I have not seen this before. Oh yeah, I need to check on my I need to check on my stream. So hang
Yeah,
hang.
you can start whenever. I'm going to make some PB and J's real quick.
I've already begun. Hello.
Fuck.
Um. Oh yeah. I need to. Yeah. It's fine. I can hear myself just fine. Cool. No, you can go. You can go make a meal. It's cool. Go make a meal.
All right, I'll be back.
All right.
Mhm.
So I don't want to mention that stuff till I get back. So like um I guess until he gets back, I can talk about the Buffy reboot being canceled.
No,
I'm glad. Yeah.
Normie said, "Sorry, am I late?" I guess
Yes.
he,
He wants to join in. Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. But come on in. This
Is he
is
even
gonna
able to
be a.
join background noise?
Yeah, he said he wanted to do this one, and he covered it. He saw
No,
it.
no. I mean, like, is he able to join the channel?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All
Hey,
right,
Normie.
I'll be back.
He is on silence mode. He is right there. I'll have to give him a link too. So
Yeah, sorry, I had a phone call.
no, it's fine.
It's all good.
It's
How's
just
it going,
a.
Normie?
This is a long video, so it's gonna be interesting. How long it's gonna
Mhm.
take.
Yeah, that's fair.
There you go. Have at it, Sparky. No. Stop, Alexa. Stop it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the
Anyways,
Buffy reboot.
yeah, it went away. Hello everyone.
Uh, I'm so happy. It's like as soon as I saw
Yay.
that, I know that's mean, but like when Sarah Michelle Gellar announced it, I'm just like, thank you. I can't. It's like Buffy had a good ending. It doesn't need to continue on. I mean, sure, there was the season 8 comic, but like, if you read the script, you know that it is
Yeah.
effectively the Force Awakens, but for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I'm like,
It's worse than
no,
that. Like
yeah.
it's well, I don't know about that, but
No,
it's one of those
I'll be
like
right back. I'm gonna go see if dinner's ready.
yay.
Okay.
We have all kinds of people away. But
Mhm.
like I don't know if it's as bad or just as bad, but it's definitely like the act maybe not the acolyte of it, but it's more like Kurtzman Trek kind of thing.
Yep.
Early
Yeah.
stuff where it's like they're using a lot of modern slang and it reflects the life we live in, sort of things.
Yes.
It's not about it's like I mean in a bad way. Star Trek used to do that where they would reflect the issues, but they would do it through allegory and
Yeah.
subtlety
And clever writing
and clever
and
writing
subtext. Yep.
to say these things without preaching.
Yeah, subtext and just like, having a point to be made by exploring the perspectives and values of said point. Because I think Buffy, as much as I love Buffy, it has had a negative externality. And I'm not blaming the show specifically. It has had a negative
Yes.
externality because it has influenced an entire generation of writers to try to do Whedon speak or sort of like
Mhm.
that quirky millennial writing. And I'm just gonna be honest, like I'm like a lot of these writers aren't Joss Whedon. Like, say what you will about the
True.
guy, but like he
Ooh,
is a
defrosted.
fantastic writer. Like when he like because people forget about Joss is that he knew how to balance humor with drama. Like when things are serious, like the body or passion or any of the really like hard hitting episodes of Buffy, Angel, Firefly, like he could pull it off without a hitch.
There are people that like I believe James Gunn said he was inspired by Joss Whedon, and it shows
Yes,
in his
it
recent
shows.
stuff the most. Which is not, but not in a good way, because like I've taken inspirations from sort of Buffy, Angel, and then with other things.
See, I like Joss.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like Joss's writing advice in general because it's actually like really good. Like one of the things that he preached a lot was structure. He's like, tells you where you're going. In a story, you need to know where you're going. That's actually why he says that's one of the hardest things in the writing process for him is cracking the structure of a story. He was talking about that actually when he was doing Avengers 1. He's like, that was the biggest struggle he had in the scripting process, was cracking the structure of how that movie was going to go.
Another thing I want to mention is like Sarah on many of these articles. So like, I hope please don't read the script, and because it's an alpha script, it's like it's not completed yet. It's like, yeah, but that basis of ideas shows how what your intention was, and you were fully on board with this script when it was written. It's it's horrible.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's a lot of he said, she said, because she's blaming
The
someone
producer,
who,
right? Or
like a president who, like,
yeah.
producer from like Hulu, who was like bragging that they've never seen Buffy, and they like
Oof.
denied the script and everything. But then there's also like Chloe Zhao, who's also getting a lot of the heat, because this is my tinfoil hat theory. I think Chloe Zhao, after Eternals, was looking for another property to latch herself into, because her brand was damaged. Like, sure, she was riding high off of like Nomad, and like a lot of the Oscar stuff she was doing, and then Eternals brought her down. But now, because she's gotten acclaim because she won an Oscar, I forget the movie that she did, but she recently won an Oscar, I can see her just flaking when it comes to Buffy, because even though Sarah Michelle Gellar says that Chloe Zhao cared about Buffy, I'm going to press X to doubt on that, because if she genuinely did care about Buffy, she would have made the time in order to make this. Because keep in mind, they were spending money on pre-production, like so much money on pre-production to get the thing rolling, because people don't realize that like to get a show off the ground in Hollywood, it takes a lot. It's a lot of talking, it's a lot of communication, it's a lot of negotiating with the studios as to how much money they're going to spend. It always comes down to money. 9 times out of 10, it's always money. Like, how much are they going to spend on pre-production and stuff like that? And I think in the case of Hulu, they were spending so much money on pre-production where they hadn't even started shooting yet. And they just pulled the plug because they're like, yeah, if there's no director and we're dumping all this money in and we're not getting anything out, why are we even doing this to begin with? So
yeah, I completely understand, especially when it's like it also makes you think about how much stuff slips through that is pre-production, because like it's for other people it takes a lot of work. For some people it takes a little bit of less work because they know the right people, and they have these very surface level credentials. But anywho,
in Hollywood,
real quick,
in Hollywood, it's only it's who you know and how you negotiate.
Yes. Is Froggo, you back?
I'm back. I'm not Froggo, but I am back.
Oh my gosh, hello back. But sorry, that was way too easy to pass up. I had to do my dad joke.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I got some It's fine. I got some casserole.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna go ahead and get it started. We have enough people here. We cool.
Feels weird starting without Froggo.
Well, he's getting some stuff, and I don't want to make a miss out on it.
He's getting a sandwich, I think.
We have a lot to go through, to be fair, so it's like, oh no.
Yeah, this is going to be a doozy.
Oh, stop. I'm curious about this video.
Want to stop? Well, I don't know, so it begins mysteriously. Okay. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I am.
Okay.
Okay, SpongeBob.
Villains need to be the hero of their own story. If a villain isn't relatable, that's bad writing.
What?
Huh?
Think about that.
No.
Yeah.
So I think this guy somehow heard villains are supposed to be like the main character of their story, and they're supposed to be the hero of their story from there.
Well,
I have no idea what the second quote is. Maybe Reddit.
The original is they need to be the hero of their own story, because it's a play on the whole. Everyone's the hero of their own story.
Yes.
But they're not. But it's more so just using hero as as to mean main character.
as to be
It's
protagonists
the
of their own
POV.
story.
Yeah.
It's the
See,
POV.
I've
Mhm.
never heard the like idiom "everybody's a hero of their own story" directly translated to fiction.
I have,
I-
but that's because like everyone talks about how like I was told as like the POV from like the Emperor is like the Emperor thinks he's doing a good thing because if he doesn't think he was doing the right thing from his own point of view, then he wouldn't be doing these things.
Yeah, it's
You know.
just,
But what if you
it's
what
just
if you
the
have a
Emperor's
villain?
point of view is very warped.
Yes.
Yeah, but then what if you have a villain that knows that they're doing the wrong thing, but they don't care? Like that's the thing as well. It's like you don't
Yes.
like I understand like if I'm gonna be generous, I think what he means by hero, it's like their perspective,
Mhm.
their POV is what we're trying to understand. But
Mhm.
like at the same time, it's like not every villain needs to be the hero of their own story. They can just be bad and they can accept that they're bad. Jack Horner from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is a really good example. He knows he's evil. He doesn't care.
Also,
That's
there's
what
like
makes them fun
plenty of
too.
villains which are essentially um uh, like acts of nature and not
Yes,
Yes.
actual
that's exactly where I was
characters.
going.
Yeah.
Because what if it's a
Never ending
big
story.
Cthulhu monster? It's like
Yeah, I don't.
it just does what it does. That's its nature, and it's a force that needs to be reckoned with. Like
Imagine if they
Yeah,
like
they could,
try to give Jaws a family or something in the sequels.
they did, like
they did in one of the third one,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
fourth one, I think.
In the fourth one, it's like you killed my mother. Ah,
Yeah, you killed my son. This time it's personal.
yes. But that's why
I
it's kind
forget.
of jokingly because it's just an animal. It is the antagonist, but it's also like an animal that like that wants to feed. It's bloodthirsty. It's doing what its nature dictates by the author.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see how he defines evil, because if he means evil as in somebody with the agency, or I suppose the
Hmm.
like moral wherewithal to know they're doing evil and choose to, as opposed to like a shark, then
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Jaws is obviously a
it
poor
goes
example.
it goes back to conflict because there's like different types of conflict, like character versus character, character versus
Hmm.
society, character versus nature, character versus technology. Like just it's and that'll dictate like what kind of story you're trying to tell because you don't need to have a villain. You don't need to have like a face of a villain in order to be a threat. It can be something like I need to survive the mountain, and the
Ambiguous.
mountain is
Yeah.
the threat. Yeah.
Hmm. Like it can be even ambiguous. Like you never see the thing you're up against. It's just
Yes.
this unknowing thing that's in the
Yeah.
distance.
Well,
Hatchet is one of my favorite books of all time, and it is person versus nature. It's about a kid being stranded in the middle of the woods and needs to survive. It's like,
I'm so happy to know that
Mhm.
I am not the only person who has read that book.
it's one of my favorite books of all time. I love Hatchet.
um, like it is there's a man. It's conflict comes in so many ways. It's a broad subject, which is why it's like when the reason why I'm making my villain of my story like sort of you need to make them somewhat relatable if they're going to be three-dimensional. It's the
Yes.
that's what makes them three-dimensional is that like they were once a normal person and they grew into the position that they are. You know.
I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
if I necessarily agree with that. I'm going to go with the.
Mhm.
I'm just going to go with this example because I rewatched the fight today. But Diavolo from JoJo's literally
Mhm.
has a split personality, and you
Yeah.
could say there's arguably like some semblance of good, like after major spoiler, after he kills Risotto, like he pays respect to the fact that Risotto
Yes.
was able to like maintain his dignity. I think the line is
Mhm. You
you were
maintain his honor.
magnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were magnificent. And even in death you maintain your dignity or something like that.
Yeah.
So like there is a semblance that he's not entirely evil, but he's not relatable at all.
Um yeah, that's true. That is true. The only reason he's relatable is because he's human. but that's not enough to be relatable, so and so, like, so to speak. It's sort of like we're given the benefit of the doubt because we just need to know his powers and his split personality. But yep, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Well-
this advice has cropped up millions of times whenever we have the topic of writing a story. Is that every villain we have should be redeemable in some way.
Okay,
Is that the
hang
only-
on.
Huh?
There is a difference between a villain being relatable, as in you can understand them and see how they got to the point where they are,
Mm-hmm.
and being redeemable.
Yeah, that is a difference.
So arguably, in the sense that he can literally make up for his actions, Wormtongue is redeemable, but he would never redeem himself. Like, that would be
Yeah.
out of character.
Yeah.
But he's relatable to a degree,
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
to a
Ty-
major degree, but
like when
Still.
he says like I don't want the power. I want the power that comes with the position being a right hand of the king, but I want that girl over there. That's the
Yeah.
part that's relatable, but he's doing it in such a twisted way. You stop being compassionate, like for that character.
One
Yeah,
of the go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Froggo, because Tai Lung, I'm glad he showed like Tai Lung in
Yeah.
that, because Tai Lung is a really good example of a villain who you understand why he turned bad, but he is undeniably evil. It's actually interesting because the
Mhm.
directors of Kung Fu Panda, I remember this in the commentary, they said they did, quote, too good of a job making Tai Lung really sympathetic to where when they were doing test screenings, like people were actually like feeling really bad for him. So what they did is they actually added a bit where Tai Lung specifically had a scene with him destroying the village. So yeah.
see, I don't mind if people feel bad about Tai Lung's death, but I do think they made the final fight too comedic in tone.
Oh,
Like, Poe pretty much just
Well-
marked him. He is
That's-
not alive.
Well, that's
But-
kind of the. I would argue that the comedic of the fight in the first one, like the final fight with Tai Lung versus Poe, I mean, I would argue that the comedic element is part of the point. It's showing Poe like coming into his own and developing his own fighting style.
Yeah, getting
Not
confident.
Yeah.
not only that, but also dressing down Tai Lung when Tai Lung has been so sure of himself that he's in for the battle of a lifetime with the Dragon Warrior, and then when he decides to mock Poe because he's a panda, that's the chance for Poe to like continuously dress down Tai Lung whether he meant it or not.
So, I mean, you can have that comedic undertone, but they do the fat joke they've been doing a
Mhm.
bit throughout the movie right after he kills Tai Lung without addressing that the dude is totally dead.
Yes.
Also, I'm glad that he showed a bit of M. Bison from the Street Fighter cartoon. M. Bison's a bastard.
Yeah, he's really evil. Like even in the games, like how many people he's killed.
For me, it was Wednesday.
He is definitely a case of, okay, you are cartoonishly evil and you're loving every second of it.
Yeah, what I love
Mhm.
about the comparison between the games and the other adaptations is that in the games, you know, he's just like strictly evil bad guy and all that sort of thing. But in the movies and games, they just make him as cartoonish as humanly possible, especially the fucking cartoon, because he literally had tapes of him manipulating and mind torturing fucking mind breaking Cammy. Like he had recordings of that for
You
no
might want to
reason.
rephrase that, Frocko.
What?
Yeah.
Mind breaking.
Oh,
That is a very
sorry.
specific thing on the internet.
Yeah.
So anyway, so like, well, the thing is though, I remember like the movie one is exactly that, and he's like, yeah, I when I destroyed your village, it was the worst day of your life, but to me, it was Wednesday. It's like,
It was
yeah,
Tuesday.
it's freaking awesome.
Yes. Yes, it was Wednesday. Because
You
on
came
Tuesday I
to
was destroying some other village.
You came to fight the dictator, and instead you found a god.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
Yes.
I love
Anyways.
that. I love that meme. Yes, yes.
See,
I don't know
see.
why you women are so upset about everything. I killed my father too when you don't hear me crying about it.
Anyways,
The only way we can get our audiences to get hooked on the villain is for them to have sympathy towards the bad guy. And I do agree that giving a villain nuance can sometimes help elevate a story and thicken the dynamic of the character relationships, but it's not the only way
Oh, I
of
thought he was going to
making
show
them.
the clip.
Sure, we may have our
it's not the only way. News.
Oh, we covered this guy before. I
Oh,
remember
no shit.
him.
No shit, it's not the only way.
No, Froggo, we
What?
watched 2 minutes and Falco was like, hey, we should do this for background noise at some point, and forgot for a year.
Yeah.
No,
Who was this? What video did he do, Froggo? I don't think I
Oh,
was
okay. All right.
I believe he did do a. I can't remember what video he did, but we fucking hated it.
Okay.
Yeah, we
so
didn't get more than 3 minutes in Froggo at most.
so it's like it's not the only way. Yeah, news, everybody. I mean, if okay, I don't care
Yeah.
if it's a blatant point. At least he's making it clear that's not the only way. Oh
Yeah.
goodness, fair enough. Sorry.
Well,
Hmm.
I mean, the title indicates it's going to argue for a different way.
hmm
What? Yeah. What? Why do I get the sense that that was directed at sort of the meta of like how there's for a while there was this recent trend of like sympathetic villains because like I remember
Yeah.
funnily enough because I'm a big fan of Stephen he actually did like a really funny skit about sympathetic villains that really nails like the issue of like the poorly written sympathetic villain, which in a nutshell is that you don't fully treat them as a villain for their actions, and it's
See,
just
my favorite version of that is the villain who is initially sympathetic and then just randomly becomes extremely evil.
yes.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
that's
a
You mean-
good point.
that's a big Disney thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you mean like you mean like the king from what's its
Wish. Wishbone.
yeah,
Or what?
Wish.
Whatever.
Yeah, the
King
king
from
from Wish
Wish.
is like
Yeah. Oh no, Wish.
a big
Yeah, yeah.
example of that.
Yeah, because King Magnifico, they tried to like give him a sad backstory.
That's
and
his
a
name?
reason why. Yeah, his
Yeah,
name is
King
King
Magnifico.
Magnifico.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
uh,
give him a Spanish name.
they gave him like a tragic backstory and a real reason why he keeps all the wishes, and it's like, I wonder what this is gonna turn out to be. And then one song later, he's just an evil fucking bastard who only cares about himself and nobody else. And it's like, oh.
Braga, you know that the original script of that movie was originally supposed to have King Magnifico and his wife, the Queen, be villains. It was going to be the
Yeah.
first power couple villain.
Yeah, it's
Which
gonna
would have
be
been
the first
great.
We
Disney
can't do
couple.
that. No. Whoa.
Oh, the
Wait a
funniest
minute.
fucking thing about the Queen is they're hiding out. All the main characters are hiding out from the king. They're singing a whole song about how they're in hiding, about how they're safe from the king where they're hiding, and then the Queen fucking walks in and starts singing along with them, and they stay in that spot.
Yeah, they're like fucking singing, go like, yeah, we can take them down. We're in secret, and the Queen walks in. How did you know they were here?
She read the script.
They were singing. I followed them.
Follow-
How did you know
Anyways.
we were here? I followed the very loud and obvious singing.
Anyways.
Zuko's, our Darth Vader's, our Mr. Freeze's, Zoe's lovable ball of pity and self-hatred, and they have a special place in art and more importantly in my heart. But there comes a point where there are just too many of them and it becomes too tiresome. The only cure for that is consuming a more menacing alternative.
What do you mean by
Whoa.
too many
Talking
of them?
about? And also, two of the examples he gave are Vader and Zuko. Fucking
Yeah,
the Emperor and Ozai are in those.
Yeah, like Zuko, okay, Zuko
True.
is like an antagonist. I wouldn't say he's like a pure
No, he's
No,
No,
not
he's
evil.
saying Zuko isn't pure evil. That he's a sympathetic, relatable, and redeemable villain.
Also, you say Zuko
Uzula.
and Darth Vader each had like their own pure evil villains, but don't forget about Mr. Freeze. There was I forgot his name,
Joker?
but
Oh.
he's the no, not Joker.
Sorry.
The guy who made Mr. Freeze the way he is, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I would argue that Zuko isn't a villain. He's another protagonist. We see his point of view multiple times throughout the show.
Yeah, like there's
He's
because
another
like you could
protagonist
say,
who's just
I
on
would
the
say
opposing team.
antagonist at most.
yeah, that's why I always I always separate like villain and antagonist because
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
oh, sorry,
I
go
wouldn't-
ahead.
I wouldn't even say
No.
he's the. I wouldn't even say he's like a main protagonist. He's a protagonist who's on the opposing team.
There isn't
Mhm.
even a season where Zuko is the main villain. The main villain of season 1 is Zhao, then it's
Yep.
Azula, and then it's Ozai. At no point is Zuko even the main villain. They have so many significantly more evil foils to Zuko.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
true.
really silly. Half of season 2 is Zuko like on the path
On the
to
run.
redemption. He's only
Yeah.
he's only cleanly in the villain role for the first season, really.
I need to add
And-
a line to my script then for the difference between antagonists and villains because I use them interchangeably once or twice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, I kind of want to circle around to the point where he says there's too many like sympathetic villains. Like, when is there such thing as too many sympathetic villains? It's like, okay, I can understand if you subjectively are like tired of them. That's fair, but like you can still write them well.
Yeah,
okay, so this is like the
it's
most.
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead, Falco.
It's kind of like it's saying there's too many comic book movies.
Yeah.
Where there's like, yeah, I get why you're tired of them, but like you could still have good ones. It's just that
Yeah.
we need some kind of break. Like,
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
is
a
like
little-
the.
yeah,
Sorry,
go ahead, Normie. No,
Yeah.
what?
A little nitpick, Falco.
Mhm.
Superhero movies because not all comic book movies are superhero movies.
Oh,
Sorry.
comic book movie. Well, that's why I said superhero movies because the Marvel trend has ran out, and it's sort of
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
Sorry
said
about that.
superhero. So
yeah, I got it. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that was me mishearing.
No, it's
Sorry,
cool.
Normie, go ahead.
Oh, no worries. So this is like the most commercialized and like kind of capitalist answer, but
oh
if
no,
there is like a market for pure evil villains, and if there's people who want pure evil villains, then yes, it's a good thing if they exist. But the idea that like if somebody were to consume too many sympathetic, I don't know why he's using pure evil and sympathetic as antonyms for each other, but if people were to the idea that if people were to consume too many relatable or sympathetic villains, that they must then watch something with a pure evil villain to kind of recalibrate themselves. It's really silly. There's people who are perfectly fine just studying Shakespeare their whole career.
Yeah.
it's kind of
But
funny.
like, yeah, pure evil villains
oh.
should exist, of course. Oh no, go ahead.
No, it is kind of funny. He's using Judge Frollo, and I'm like, he's not exactly pure evil. He's
Yeah.
doing it for like the right, what he thinks is in the name of God. And then when he's speaking about the Bible, guess who? It's kind of funny how there can be sympathy for the character of the devil. But like,
Well,
man,
I feel like that's specifically getting into Paradise Lost.
yeah,
I
it's-
mean,
That's the whole premise of the book. The whole premise of Paradise Lost is showing, yeah, Satan has plenty of like sympathetic things about him and what happened, but he's
Mhm.
still an evil piece of shit hell bent on corrupting the world.
yes, correct.
I mean, even if you were to say Judge Frollo doesn't do it for the sake of religion, he uses religion as
Yes.
like an excuse. Even then, him needing to justify to himself shows that he is not pure evil.
Literally,
Yeah,
If he was pure evil,
look
he
at the
wouldn't
song
need to
Hell's
do that.
Fire.
yeah, which was
Hell's
on
Fire.
screen right now. He's saying like, I want her for myself, and I can't have her. Then
Yeah.
she'll burn in the fires of hell. It's like, anyways.
Since you
Yeah.
brought up pure evil, but also sympathetic not being antonyms,
Mm.
I would actually argue that Sauron is a pure evil villain who you can feel sympathy for if you know like the whole thing in the Silmarillion.
See, I don't know the Silmarillion, but I have no reason to think that Wormtongue is at all in conflict about his evil, but he is definitely sympathetic in his being abused by Saruman. It is 100% played in a sympathetic light.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can feel bad for him.
Oh yeah, it's almost like pity. Like
Yeah, you pity. Yeah.
There is something to be said about the villains that operate out of
Oh,
pure,
this movie.
unfiltered malice. The villains that loom over the land on their lair upon the mountains are the ones silently conniving on their thrones or business chairs, sipping wine and or the blood of their enemies. The complete monsters whose only motivation
oh, boo, huh? All right.
Huh.
Like I well, Boo is pure chaotic evil. That's his purpose, is to destroy.
Yes.
Like indiscriminately.
Yeah. That's the name Majin, which means evil. So it's
Mhm.
like, yeah.
But like so it's
is that
kind of
what that
interesting.
means?
Huh?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, Majin means evil.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Well, plus the naming convention is Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. So
Mhm.
to bring upon doomsday and salt the land.
I get it.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I get the joke or the pun or whatever he's trying to do here,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
Doomsday is more akin to a force of nature villain / like living weapon. He's not
Yes.
doing what he's doing because he's like evil or something. He's doing it because he was made to do it, and he was then tortured to target Superman specifically.
Yeah, like I can the clip he's using is from like Justice League Unlimited.
It
and, like
is.
you can make the argument that Justice League Unlimited, like that version of Doomsday, very much has a vendetta against Superman. Understandably, considering.
Well, yeah, he melted
but
his
it's not-
brain. It's like
Yeah. So yeah.
With chaos. The nomenclature for such villains is varied and organized into categories, all of which have their similarities and differences.
Okay, these are
These are all
whoa,
these
whoa.
are all
different. What the fuck?
these are all different types of villain.
Hold
Yeah.
on. How does humans are bastards fall under pure evil?
No. Wait. Oh yeah, there is humans are bastards. I thought you were talking about magnificent bastards.
No.
Which
It
is like
says
the-
right
which
there,
is like the
humans
charismatic
are
villain.
the B words.
Yeah, I
And-
saw that, and I
Yeah, you
Bad
know all those
Samaritan?
humans are the real monsters horror stories? Did you
Yes.
do you not realize they were arguing humans are pure evil? Because I didn't.
Well,
hang on.
okay.
Who is Carlos?
Carlos?
Well,
Carlos.
oh, yeah, there's Carlos.
Carlos, the devil, Carlos.
I just noticed that because we have
The
Fallen Hero, and then we have Fallen Hero, Bad Samaritan, and then what looks like Eldritch Abomination over here, or Eldritch something, which Eldritch doesn't mean evil, it just means unknown or unknowable. And then we have Carlos.
Carlos
what I'm picturing?
Mencia.
You know
Bad
what I'm picturing
Samaritan?
is
What's your gimmick?
does
So-
anyone remember the Magic School Bus? Remember Carlos and that? Carlos
Car-
would be evil.
I was
Is that- Is
I
that
w-
who he's talking about?
absolutely, but like we knew you were evil. So, anyways, yeah, humans are evil. Is the is like the Sensei argument. It's like
hmm
humans, all they want to do is destroy each other and eat piss. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, it's like you're all gonna die horrifically.
Yeah.
By your
Which is
by an equally evil race.
yeah, it's which was leveraged really well in Yu Yu Hakusho because it's just
Until
like,
the
yeah,
end.
it's,
But
till the end, yeah. That.
anyways,
Oh, yeah, the end,
yeah. Anywho,
making an overlap inevitable. But for the sake of this video,
which is kind of funny. Okay, when he said overlap, I'm thinking like, there's like 5 stories that can be told over and over again. That it's that sort of thing where it's like, yeah, a lot of things are going to overlap, which is why it's good to give specific examples for what you're going for.
Specific.
Yes.
Pacific.
Well, I imagine
whatever.
he's going
Listen-
to. We're less than 2 minutes into the video.
Yeah, I know, right? Great.
Oh no.
Yeah. Again, I hate to be mean, but I'm kind of confused as to like what he's trying to get at. Maybe it's
Well,
just me.
He
But...
wants
I'm
people
sure
to
he'll
stop being
clarify.
sympathetic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, I mean, it's kind of funny. There was this. I remember that trend started happening around like when Frozen came out, where there's a lot of these called
Yes.
like twist villains, quote unquote, where it's like, haha, but then there's no like just villains for the sake of being villains. There's
Yeah.
less and less of those. Like
And there's-
the Steven Universe, the Rainbow Girl, whatever.
Oh, Bismuth.
Yeah.
And there's like there's all kinds of these things. I'm like, they're just misunderstood. It's like as much as children need those answers, like I think it's equal as valuable to be like, some people can't be reasoned with. Like,
they're still doing twist villains to this day with
oh yeah,
Disney because they
Mhm.
Zootopia 2 had a twist villain.
so did Zootopia
Again?
1.
Really?
So did Zootopia 1.
Really?
Like,
Again? Yeah, you know why that was the case? It's because Jennifer Lee, who was the one that directed Frozen, she was the one that took John Lasseter's position when he was ousted out of Disney and Pixar. And she was the one that very much pushed for like that twist villain trend that we saw like in the
Mhm.
late 2010s. But more recently, she's actually been demoted from that. Like she's going to be doing Frozen 3 because she did like the first two. But like that's like one of the reasons why we got that trend for so long and we still do.
yeah, I think
Yeah, I
it's.
don't think.
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead. Okay.
I just think that like it does have an open representation in mainstream culture, but that doesn't ignore all the rest of the people trying like the other way around because when there's an emptiness in the market or like the market of ideas, you want to give people what they necessarily to give people what they want because of what that market's lacking. If that makes
Yes.
any sense. Like
I think that's why like something I noticed because I try to avoid talking about meta stuff, especially with media critique. But if you notice, like this year with stuff like Knight of the Seven Kingdoms and more recently Project Hail Mary, like people are in the mood for like feel good stories, like very
Mhm.
uplifting stuff.
stop with the nihilism.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because like I think we've hit that point where like people just are kind of getting tired of nihilism. Now, obviously, I have to add the caveat if it's well written, because
Of
if it's well
course.
written,
Yeah.
sure, yeah. But the general trend seems to be most people are just getting a bit tired of like the nihilistic kind of the what I like to call the insincere like meta commentary joke kind of stuff. They want something a little bit more, for lack of a better
Honest,
phrase, straightforward.
integral.
Yeah, honest
Yeah.
and straightforward. Yeah, better way to put it actually. Yeah.
I mean, I am definitely wanting to play for like more specialized stuff, and am like I'm fine if some people are just isolated from a certain project because it's too heavily specialized. I do not. That's not a concern for me. I'd
Mhm.
much rather it exists than it doesn't. Like the game Noida. I am too bad at that. I'm not good enough at that game to really be able to play it well, but it's an extremely impressive game for sure.
If you
Just-
mind me asking, Normie, what do you mean by specialized project? I'm curious.
As in they target a niche market.
Oh, like a niche
So,
market.
like
Okay.
yes, like
Yeah, absolutely.
sonically
Okay.
extreme music would be an obvious example.
You create a lot of cult hits with that kind of stuff. Like that's how the Goonies gained so much popularity like in the 80s because it was like
Yep.
that one movie everybody knew about in like in certain circles, but and then that gained into and then that went into pop culture without it sort of going too much into pop culture. It's like, yeah, that's the right amount,
Yes.
Let me just call them as pure evil villains. So if you call me out in the comment section that said villain is not technically a pure evil villain, this is your advisory. Please leave me alone. I'm scared of all of you.
Oh no!
Now Zen.
No. Don't make a
sad British man.
if you're scared of people, don't make videos, but I realize it's a joke. So I'm like, all right.
So I understand it's a joke, but why is
Mhm.
he like? Why is he presenting pure evil as the antonym of sympathetic? You can have sympathetic villains that aren't pure evil.
You can have pure
Yes.
evils that are sympathetic.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys mind
Raphael.
if I
Raphael.
waste? Do you
Yeah.
guys mind if I waste more time just ask what you guys consider pure evil before we get to his definition?
Hmm.
Because for me, it's very simple. It's just evil that is not imposed on, or I guess adulterated by any internal conflict. So like I'll go with the
Yeah.
heavy hitter. Griffith still retains some humanity throughout all of Berserk. Not much, but there is still a small amount of conflict, so he can't be pure evil, even if he strives to be, and he views that humanity as weakness.
What about Wesker?
Wesker still
Wes-
wants to. Okay, Wesker can be sympathetic for wanting to be humanity to be better, even though he wishes to destroy it. Like in the process. Like,
well, Wesker, especially in Resident Evil 5, he's just a fucking cartoon villain.
oh yeah, he's like, I'm going to destroy the. It's like no one will survive the process of you converting them into better people. I don't care, as long as 5 make it. Cool beans. They'll be better off for it. Like, thanks,
Complete
Wesker.
global saturation.
To me, pure evil is like irredeemable. It's like you are pure evil. There's nothing redeemable about you. You're just this thing that exists for evil purposes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good way to put it. Yeah. For me, pure evil is someone who there is little to no self-awareness of their actions, and as they say, as Falco says, they're like irredeemable. So like, because you can
Shadow
still
the
have a
Conqueror.
villain. Yeah, I was trying to avoid that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because like an example I can think of a villain who has some sympathetic elements but is purely evil is like Raphael from The Mask of Zorro. Because Raphael clearly does care about um his daughter Elena because, connected to because that was Esmeralda, the woman that he loved, even though she was married to Diego. But like he is still undeniably evil. I mean, this is the guy that is willing, like, sure, he questions like Captain Love when they're like, yeah, what are we gonna do about all the miners who are like going after the gold if Santa Anna finds out? He's like, and when Love's like, yeah, we need to destroy all the evidence. Like Raphael just unabashedly goes with it. There's not even sure he has that bit of hesitation, but he still does it, and knowing that it is a horrible thing to do, that like a lot of innocent people are going to die, and he is still willing to kill like Diego and everyone else. So yeah, that's kind of my example of like a purely evil villain who does have some sympathetic elements to them.
So yeah, you guys can keep going, but I'll be right back. So you guys can
Alright.
go on with the video, or it doesn't matter to me. I'll catch up.
All right.
And to start us off, let's begin with an overview. What is a pure evil villain? How do we identify such a
Can I talk about how much I fucking hate his avatar?
No, please say
Tangent.
something so I don't have to.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
because
anything.
his avatar is just complete shit. What was he even thinking with this one? I'll have a portrait of a guy without a face, and I'll put my own face on it. It's like, okay, but it'll also have arms and legs, even though it's a fucking portrait. It's like,
Well,
why would you? Okay.
Froggo, you can tell that the guy without a face previously had a face. He just photoshopped it off.
Yeah, he
For
did.
some reason, I
You
don't
can
even know.
see
I
What
wish I knew what the original
You can see the mouth.
painting was.
You can see the original mouth. It is still visible.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
Sir, please divert your attention here to this nifty checklist we can.
Okay, let's go through this.
simple motivation cannot be persuaded. Oozes aura. Oh god.
Great influence.
Aura.
Oh
You
god.
know, Kirby is my favorite pure evil villain.
know-
Doomslayer is my favorite pure evil villain.
You know, Froggo, I'm pretty sure I remember us watching this video at some point.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
only
because
got 2 minutes
I
in.
remember us getting into an argument over what aura meant.
Oh yeah,
So
oozes aura.
what do you mean, like presence? Like, do you mean like presence? Do you mean like
You mean
spiritual pressure? Like,
Riz,
what are you
baby.
talking about?
You mean they just
Okay.
look cool?
Here's the thing, like, if you ask me, Uze's aura would just be strong visual characterization, as in, like, you can get a good impression of the character just from looking at them. But then what about characters who, like, act from the shadows, or who don't want to be seen?
Also,
Yeah,
great
Like,
influence.
you can still
What
have
the
that
fuck?
though. I'm sorry.
What the fuck is
Like-
great influence supposed to mean?
Like, this is just
Yeah, like-
Kirby.
This
like because like aura, like I just want to like examine that, because like when I think of like presence for a villain, it can be something as simple as like how like if it's like a movie, like how the camera frames them, or even just like dialogue. Like one of my favorite villains in media is the operative from Serenity. And it's like when you see Chiwetel Ejiofor like walk in and say certain lines like, you know, key members of parliament, and he's explaining his reasons as to why he's like killing someone, and or like why he's going to do what he's going to do. It's like, oh, okay, I get a sense of who this person is, what their perspective and values are, and like why they're doing what they're doing. Like,
Well, maybe we have to give him a chance to explain what aura is, but I will just
Yes.
point out, remember how everybody clowned on MatPat for that video where he assumed, like, a Mario timeline and argued that Mario is pure evil, in part sorry, is a sociopath, in part
Wait,
because
what?
he stepped on Luigi's foot? He didn't
Yeah.
argue he was pure
Said
evil, he
that?
argued Mario is a sociopath.
yeah, that was
Well,
yeah,
Mario...
that was that was one of his like early videos.
Well, I'm
That's
just saying, Mario
wild.
has a simple motivation, cannot be persuaded, he will always save the princess, oozes aura, biggest video game mascot ever besides Pac-Man, has great influence, and has an origin of no relevance. He's literally a plumber. Mario's pure evil.
So it is kind of funny when I hear oozes aura. I think of Dio on the top of the stairs. It's like boom, there he
Yeah.
is.
Oh yeah.
There he is. It's like
Dude,
ooh.
Mario... Dio is like
is
the most magnificent villain.
Dio
Yes,
is
he
probably a
is.
good example of a sympathetic yet still pure evil villain.
It's like-
Yes.
You can absolutely sympathize with his shitty childhood.
Yeah.
That doesn't excuse all of the horrible shit he does.
No.
I mean, look what he did to Jonathan like what he did to Jonathan Joestar. Poor
dog.
Dog, dad, I
uh,
stole your body.
Oh, your body. Yeah. And then he's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kill all your friends too. Why
No,
not?
he killed his dog. He burned his dog alive. Killed his dad. Tried to kill him and his wife, and then was like, "I respect you so much that I want to steal your body."
And then he decided, you
Huh?
know what? I'm gonna take your. You know what? My aura is so big that it's gonna kill like the daughter of Jonathan.
Dio's mind
Yep.
makes sense only to Dio.
It is kind of funny when you said like people who hide in the shadows can't have aura, and I'm like, I don't know. Diablo was in the shadows. So did
Okay,
So did Kira. It's like
he only had aura for like part of it. He didn't. Okay, he got his new identity. And then was very plain.
yeah.
Yes, we knew who Kira was, so he was imposing when he was there, but
Yeah,
to the average,
true.
like his actual visual design, not really. And then he did the whole shaving his head stuff when he got way too cocky.
Oh yeah, he got the
yeah.
he got bites the duster.
Yeah.
Like you could, like Shigaraki, based on his thing, like has like quote unquote aura. I mean, the fact that he has multiple hands atop of him, that's like a face mask. Like again, I don't know what he means by aura. Like I'd be curious.
also-
Hopefully he
I guess
defines it.
we'll have to watch the rest
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
21-minute video.
Or I think of Toguro when he just goes like,
Also-
yeah, look at me. It's like
It's funny that
Yeah.
he brought up Darth Vader earlier when all of this applies to Darth Vader. At
Wait,
least
no.
in the-
Yes.
at least before the prequels came out.
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Wait, all this applies to Wormtongue, who, like I said earlier, is sympathetic.
Does he
Isn't
ooze
Worm
aura?
raining against
He
sympathetic
oozes aura.
villains?
Yeah.
Does
Wormtongue is
Wormtongue
definitely oozing aura, but it is a rancid aura.
He oozes.
He oozes.
He oozes.
Anyways, let's
just
move.
what-
Okay. All right.
while Saruman is like giving the speech of like to war, he just looks at Wormtongue oozing and he's like, ew.
It's like, can we use that for something? It's like,
Also, like, what does oozing aura have to do with your villainy?
He's like, it's like Saruman looks at Wormtongue. He's like, I'm covered. He's like, and Wormtongue's like, I'm covered in goo.
My goo! My precious goo!
But, like, if you have a cartoon villain who does the most evil stuff, but like the joke is he has a very high pitched voice, is he all of a sudden not pure evil because he's not oozing enough aura?
You mean Skeletor? You're like, anyways.
Well, Skeletor oozes aura.
You mean
Absolutely.
Skeleton oozes.
Anyways.
Skeletor, Starscream, Cobra Commander.
Oh, yeah, Cobra Commander's a complete coward, but still, he's awesome. What was
You cut out
Or, like-
Falco. You cut out
your voice is too high pitched.
Or like a parody of Nazi Germany where Hitler is like asthmatic, has a massive cough, super high pitched voice, and like every line he says interrupted by constant coughing. Is he all of a sudden less evil because he's not oozing aura?
Dude, you just made me imagine, like, okay,
Grievous.
imagine Stephen Hawking, like, wheelchair, and he has to speak to voice thing. It's like, my fellow Germans. It's like,
Yeah,
my fellow Germans.
Is
I was-
evil
I was just
Does-
imagining him after inhaling a bunch of helium.
like if Stephen Hawking were to do everything that like Sauron does, is
Anyway.
Sauron less evil for having no aura?
Well, I mean, he literally has aura. It's called the ring, but yeah.
I
But
mean,
anyways,
just look at his arbor. Like,
yeah. Anywho, let's move on before we get caught up in the weeds.
yes.
I feel like
We
we
use
already are.
to check if the character we are dealing with is pure evil. First, their motivation for villainy is simple.
You wait, hold on. Did he say 0?
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
curious.
First, their motivation for villainy is
No.
simple and
No, he
straightforward.
said Zer. Like
Wealth,
he's got
power,
some
the
weird
kicks. The
European
bed of
accent.
any good pure evil
Mm.
villain is their one-track mind towards the attainment of their goals. No nuance, no mental gymnastics to justify why they shot your dog. Just good old-fashioned dastardness.
I mean, here's the thing. I think that kind of like fits. Like, unless there's something I'm missing, because
Well-
like you look at Aku, like he says it literally. The intro is like, I'm the shape-shifting master of darkness. I unleashed an unspeakable evil. Like,
Yeah.
he
he
knows
had-
he's bad.
Well, in his origin story, it's literally like evil, prime, like evil from like when the universe began. Like that's
Yeah.
what he is, and it's like, yeah,
Hold
he's
on.
pure evil.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No. Go for it, Normie.
Oh,
It's all good.
okay, sorry. It's just he used Ursula's clip right before
Mhm.
now. It's been forever since I watched the movie, but isn't she evil
Yeah.
because, like, doesn't she act out of vengeance towards Triton? And
Yes.
act at least more evil because of Triton banishing her? So, like,
Yes,
To
I
use his
recently
own
rewatched The Little
words.
Mermaid. Yeah.
like to use its own words, that's like a justification for why she shot your dog. Not a good one, but it's still there. So
Yeah.
it's a really weird clip to use.
It's like it's like in the Karen movie when they got rid of her from the neighborhood watch and she kicked a dog for some reason. It's like, yeah, that's a justification. No, I mean it's an excuse. Like it's not a justification. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like
Yeah, because there is a difference, like,
Mhm.
between a justification and an excuse. It's like,
I'm angry. I don't care. It doesn't give you the excuse to do that. Well, you freaking
exactly.
freak. Evil. Like, Karen is the ultimate evil.
Moreover, they should be having
Also, I liked how jokey Aku was. He's like, can't jump. Nope, nope, nope.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Does
that's a great episode. Jump good.
yeah.
Like,
yeah. I have a question for this potato-looking European man. Does he do, does Aku being like comedic take away from his aura
I don't think so.
in this?
I don't think so. If anything, it adds to him because it's like he's funny when he wants to be, but then the moment he actually starts doing stuff sinister, like it actually adds a nice bit of contrast. It's like,
Yeah, he's
ooh,
not taking pleasure in their evil earlier on. That's something that these types of
It
villains do.
it is kind of funny
mm-hmm.
though that you have to remember. We don't see him for like I don't know thousands upon thousands of years, and then when Samurai Jack shows up again, he's a lot more relaxed in his evilness, and
Yep.
like this allows him to be like more comedic, and he's like,
Fair enough.
yeah. So
I've only seen a few episodes of Samurai Jack.
Having fun in executing their countless atrocities, unbothered by the consequences or the morality. After that, we can tell they are pure evil because they cannot be persuaded. A pure evil villain, when faced with Goody Two-Shoes using the Talk no Jutsu, will just scoff at the do-gooder and probably will drop a meteor on him.
yeah.
Wait. He
I
showed a
guess
clip
so.
of Don Flamingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Don Flamingo, in like the context of One Piece, if anyone minds spoilers, like he was a former celestial dragon that was like kicked out because his family was like, we don't want to be celestial dragons anymore. So it's like a lot of like Dofi's like reasons for being evil initially started was that he was salty that he was kicked out of the celestial dragons. It becomes obviously more like where he just wants like manipulation and control. So I'm just like, would he consider that a very simple thing? Because I would say that like the reasons for why he became evil are pretty in depth. They're pretty there is depth to why he is who he is. It's like,
Well, maybe maybe he's just using that for cannot be persuading. It doesn't mean every criteria applies to Don Flamingo or whatever his name is.
okay,
Sorry, I haven't
yeah,
seen it.
okay.
So.
Also,
Well, yeah. I mean,
also,
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but the fact that he said "talk no jutsu" just kind of pisses me off. I
I mean, I
don't
get it.
I
but,
don't like that. I get the same I get the same feeling when I see like modern companies using internet slang.
yeah, because like
it,
I think I understand what he means by that. It's just like you
it's the
can't.
Steven
They're
Universe
going to be
thing.
very difficult to they're
Yeah.
going to be difficult to persuade because like I would say that's like one of the core tenets of like early Naruto was that he was able to talk down the villains because he was able to connect with them on stuff. Though you could argue that became very like flanderized as it went on because I'm just like, no, you should be doing this.
Sometimes threats should be dead,
Yes.
and it takes a lot of a lot of wisdom to know the difference.
Yes.
That's because their resolve in doing such villainy is rigid, their morals unchanging, and every attempt to talk sense into them will just bounce right off. In some cases, they may team up with the heroes as one of my favorite tropes, but it's always for a selfish cause, and betrayal is surely on the horizon.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I
Aw.
mean that is sort of a thing. It's like I've always liked that sort of aspect of villains when they have an episode where it's like the whole point is to like I it's sort of like the Spike speech at the end of season 2. It's like
Yes.
I like this world. It has Manchester United. It's got like I forget the band that he names, but it's like it's got Stone Temple Pilots or something, and it's got people, lots of people, running around like Happy Meals on little legs. I like this world, and and the whole point is that he says it to get Buffy on his side about saving the world because he doesn't like it as a buffet for demons because like that ruins his his plans for just having it the way it is because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people around, and if you end the world there's no more people, and it's like
Well, yeah.
that's not good. So it's like,
It, yeah, one of my favorite examples is whenever Doctor Doom is forced to team up with like the Avengers or like Earth's like all the superheroes to defeat a major goal. Like his motivation for doing it is that yeah, A, I don't want my country to be destroyed, and B, if there's anyone that's going to be ruling the world, it's going to be me, no one else.
it is sort of the like I remember I was watching Beast Wars the other day, and it's about the one where Tarantulas teams up with the Maximals in order to save the in order to get the alien artifact down because he was betrayed by Megatron. So it's like, yeah, it's like my enemy is my friend for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, betrayal does come, but like it's not always the betrayal you think it is. Because like when Spike gets his way and saves the world or whatever, or when that's happening, it's like
Also,
d- yeah.
why did he show Alien Force Vilgax? That's the worst version of Vilgax.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Alien Force Vilgax, but
Eh?
like he's definitely a downgrade from the original series.
Alien. I saw someone say this, and and it's something that I've come to agree with. Alien Force Vilgax should have been like the original Vilgax's son working for his father.
Yeah, that would have been much better. It also doesn't help that like Steve Blum didn't come back to voice the role
Yeah.
because he was great in that.
So anyway,
That being said, I do love the way he
am
delivered.
not being
I have come to kill you and conquer your world. Is now a bad time? Just the snarkiness in that line. I do love that.
Yeah, that was funny.
Hi, hello,
Hi.
everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I can
Hello.
be heard.
Yes.
But like,
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
but like, I like the different ways they like, cause like, in a kid shows, it's like they betray them in different ways by like just running away or like, haha, I'm not helping you anymore. It's like, or if you try to kill them in the end, it's like it's fine either way.
Next, they need to exude menace. Of course, sympathetic
That's
villains
what they mean. Uzazori is a menace.
Okay, they
Okay,
need to be
Menace?
menacing.
Why not just say that instead of Uzazora?
Why didn't you just say menace?
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
why are you using the stupid Zoomer slang?
Also, like,
Exactly.
your evil villains have reason not to, like, be
presence.
menacing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, they have
Yeah.
enough reason to not want that big of a presence.
Yeah. What if it's just like I said, like if it's I guess you could. That's the problem with using aura, is that it's so broad of a thing to say that like you can mean anything. Because like, oh, the villain never appears. Yeah, but you feel him. Like, yeah, thanks.
I mean, Kirby has a lot of aura. You look at a Kirby and you know exactly what Kirby is about. Or Glup from Smiling Friends. Glup is a Glup.
I know this is. I apologize if this might be a bit off topic, but when he was saying menacingly, I was just picturing the Sponge Apple. He's just standing there, menacingly.
Menacingly.
It is sort of like, yeah, I say it with almost every villain. It's like you know what? In that time, SpongeBob was oozing aura. So I brought it back.
And Patrick was oozing fear.
also menacing in their own rights, but nothing beats the foreboding danger of an unstoppable mass of self-confidence that has no speech check that you can exploit. A pure evil villain must not only wreak devilish charm and charisma,
God,
but also be terrifying.
Hello?
Proficient.
Thanks.
Yeah.
oh my
I'm
God,
sorry.
I
Yeah?
fucking hate your avatar. Holy shit!
I hate
Every
hate-
time I look at it, it makes me angrier.
I
Yeah.
hate how smug it looks. I hate how smug it looks.
You
I
can't
hate that the face looks like a sweet potato.
you can't tell me
Yeah,
how your
Googly
characters
eyes
feel.
stuck to it.
That makes me
I'm
feel
not one to
angry.
comment. I'm not one to comment given my avatar, so it's.
But also, I also just don't like what he's saying. It's just we'd have to rewind a bit, but there was one part where I started to say something, but stopped myself because he was still in the middle of a sentence.
Palpable mass of self-confidence that has no speech check that you can exploit. A pure evil villain must not only wreak
Again with the-
devilish charm and charisma,
Again with the
but
slang.
also be terrifyingly proficient in executing their heinous plans. This can also be expressed through the choice of
No.
clothing.
Oh,
No,
no,
no, no.
What?
No.
That is okay. So Byakuya, if you haven't kept up with DC Comics, that is an evil version of Batman who got hit with Joker gas and turned into the Batman who laughs.
Wait, what? So why he's
Yeah.
using it as a pure evil? What?
He is pure evil.
Because
he functionally is. He's not a
he
character.
is pure evil, but in the most retarded, over the top, edgy, self-wankery way.
Okay.
It is the writers writing what they think an evil Batman would be, but
Joker.
it's just
Yeah.
yeah. It is just the Joker in a Batman costume, but all of the edginess and like evil, like just evil for evil's sake, even if it doesn't make sense.
Also,
That
good
gets
old-
turned up to
11.
11.
Yeah.
Also,
in good
that's
old
kinda-
comic book fashion, he's God.
Yes.
Like, okay. Also, that's
he
just kind
absorbed-
of like a.
He has his
No,
brain
wait,
transplanted
wait,
into
wait.
Dr. Manhattan.
Go ahead, and Byakuya.
Like, it's also just kind of late. Like,
Lazy?
like obviously this is like my subjective take. It's also just kind of lame if that's like what they think of like an evil version of Batman. Because to me, like an evil version of Batman is like Ra's al Ghul.
Well,
Like
what
that,
about
'cause,
Owlman?
like Ra's,
It's
Owlman.
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 Owlman
Yeah,
is
like
literally
Owlman.
right there.
yeah, that too. Owlman as well. But like, yeah, but just like if we're like. Because like Ra's to me represents like a mirror of like what Bruce could have turned out if he didn't have his like sense of morality and justice. It's like
It's a
exactly like that.
Well, Ra's al Ghul has a warped sense of justice. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone must pay for humanity's sins. It's like, yeah.
So Byakuya, show a
Mhm.
12-year-old shitty slasher movies, hand them a blank piece of paper and say, okay, now draw a Batman comic. And that's Batman who laughs.
Well,
yeah.
which is-
Okay.
Which
The
is
whole-
kind of funny.
The whole thing the whole point where he was introduced was it was about an evil version of the multiverse. And
Okay.
for some reason, all of the main bad guys of this arc were all Batman. It was all just different variations of different Batmen who had turned evil.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he was their leader, but then they made the stupid decision to keep him around after the event and make him a main villain.
Huh.
So,
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It's retarded. I can go into it after we're done.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Well, there is one episode that I really like where of the Batman, which was the one after the Batman animated series. Where
Yeah, that was a good show. I like that.
and I liked the episode where it's like he became the laughing bat, where Joker takes over
Yes.
Batman's position and uses it to hustle people. Like when he saves them, like you owe me money. And it's like
Mhm.
and he does it in the worst ways possible.
Oh,
But
yeah,
like,
that was
and
a
so
funny episode.
he's like, wait, I need a Joker. So he infects Batman with the Joker toxin. And so it's kind of interesting, you know. It's like a stupid reflection of Batman in the best way.
Mm-hmm.
with their dark capes and spikes jutting out of every which way. This aura, in turn, results in them having a great swath of influence. A pure evil villain, though not entirely exclusive to them.
Why did you
seems to have
use
a
the
menagerie-
fucking Hobbit?
Because that's it. Because it's the only one where he walks like fire into the eye. Woo!
It's probably the only one that this dipshit has even seen.
I doubt it.
I mean,
That's been his only exposure to Tolkien, has been the Hobbit movies.
I mean, let's. I mean, okay, yeah, this video isn't great, but let's try not to like assume. I mean, he could have. I mean, that's probably just like I don't know why.
I
you
don't
picked
mind
that
the
clip,
visual
but, like,
myself. But
You look
yeah.
at that avatar and tell me he engages in actual literature.
Well, don't you
I'm
hear
not saying anything.
Don't judge a book by its
Don't you-
appearance, okay?
also like don't
Nope.
you hear the stock classical music? He used like one of the
Yes.
most famous classical pieces of all time in the background of his video. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't take this avatar seriously.
I can't either, to be fair. But I'm
There
just like,
are-
whatever. I just ignore it. So
There are
I-
two types of video essays which
Mhm.
immediately make me want to like take a bolt gun and put it against my head, and it's
This is one of them.
it's the one where they use the most stereotypical classical music of all time, and then throw in a whole bunch of like modern slang with no sense of self-awareness, without realizing just the whiplash that causes. And the ones where they take the most like stereotypical classical music of all time. There's one that uses a cello suite number 2. It's painful, and then they
Yep.
just keep on making the worst references ever to like um Greek philosophy or classic literature when it does not fit, and they're just trying really hard to jam a square into a circle hole, and it's like,
We're on,
stop.
we're only 4
Like-
minutes in. How much do you want to bet that he's going to try and shove in Greek philosophy?
Yeah, like
Let's find out.
in a
It's
similar
4 minutes,
vein, Normie.
4 minutes
what
into
a-
a 20-minute video.
Video essays will always annoy me whenever they like you have the script and they say the line and they put the blurs and text be like for impact, and then they show the word impact. I'm like, why are you putting the text on there? I already hear you saying that. And then also like reusing music because it's popular. Like when Persona 5 was really popular, they were
Oh,
using
yeah.
the Beneath the Mask
Mhm.
soundtrack, which is a great piece of music, but I'm just like, does every video essay need to use this piece of music? Like,
I guess
it's
that
great.
doesn't annoy me too much. It's just when you can tell that they're engaging with whatever it is at the most surface level possible, and they make
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
the weakest possible. They cite like the weakest possible citations they can without going into any detail about any of them, or they simply say, "Oh well, Socrates said this. All right, moving on, because Socrates said it, so just take it for granted." And it's like,
Yeah, let's not actually explain like the context behind it, define our terms, like what this means, and then how to tie it back to the main point. No, that actually takes work.
well, see, if you're talking about like, I don't know, Breaking Bad or whatever fucking piece of media, and then you want to quote a philosopher, for you to use that as evidence, and like you said, without actually tying it into the work too much, is like you have to, for you to use it as evidence, you not only have to convince me that what you are stating about the piece of media is accurate, you also have to convince me have that quote. You can't
Yes.
just take it for granted that we agree with it because Socrates said it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Like, absolutely you can
Oh.
cite Greek philosophy, just do it well.
With minions that work beneath them, the working class grunts that do their dirty work. Still, some of them may opt to work by their lonesome, but they still affect the world around them in a profound way. Lastly, a pure evil villain has an origin of little relevance or no origin at all. If he is a villain born out of tragedy, then that backstory should not be.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Why Tai Lung? What the
Tai
fuck?
Lung's origin is incredibly relevant.
Yeah.
You know
so
what? Yeah, like
fuck.
he's an orphan. He was trained by Shifu. He was really talented in kung fu. Shifu thought he was the dragon warrior, propped him up, but then Oogway is like, "No, there's darkness within you. You're not worthy of it." And then he goes, then he has a meltdown because he's unable
Then
to
he
become the
proves him
dragon slayer.
right.
It's like
He's like,
The
I'm
fucking
toxic.
insane degree to which they are able to further characterize Tigress when she's not in there, and further Tai Lung's and Shifu's character within their fight with like only a small handful of lines is fucking ridiculous, and it really solidifies like Shifu's arc that he tries to train Tai Lung in accordance with what he thinks like the Dragon Warrior should be, instead of doing what he does with Poe, meeting Poe where he's at and doing like the train that works best for him, Like that
Yes.
does so much to ground Shifu's arc, and you just go, oh yeah, Tai Lung's the origin doesn't matter. It doesn't just spit on Tai Lung. It removes like a lot of depth from all
Shifu.
the more prominent characters in the movie.
Like
It
even
was just from Tigress as well.
yeah,
Like,
and not only for
simplistic
Tigress,
way.
when she tells the backstory, it's like she's like, "Hey, look at me! I did the thing," and Shifu is like, "You're doing it wrong," and he just walks away. It's
Also,
like,
notice how Tigress didn't fucking ransack a village for the Dragon Scroll, or
Yeah.
go and try and
No,
get revenge
it's
on
not quite shown.
Shifu. Like,
Mhm.
this pisses me off more than it should.
Yeah.
So
This
I just
so-
hold on
so-
real quick before I forget.
go for it.
The whole like I remember when he comes in and how they talk about his backstory when they fight and all that stuff, and he's like, and I love the point where he says, "Tell me how proud you are of me. Tell me."
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
dude, that's such a his motivation is laid bare right there, and it's so freaking good because he gets to air out all his grievances at Shifu as he's like dominating him, and you can tell that Shifu doesn't really want to fight at full strength because he still sees him as this student, or like
Yes.
his favorite student. It's like, man, there's a lot of story going on, like here.
Yeah. Yeah, this read from him just feels like it's gonna be blunt, really like overly simplistic to like Tai Lung. And then also, this is a nitpick. He needs to work on his sound mixing, man, because I'm listening to the video and it's like the music is just way too loud compared relative to how he's like speaking. I'm just like, it might be just the track itself. I don't know, or my
The pings may be loud, or else he needs to be louder. Like
Yes.
loud music isn't necessarily a problem.
Yeah.
But it's always contextualized with the stuff going on screen. Like you need to make sure that things are happening. No, I mean not things are happening, but like that people can clearly hear it from like across the room, because people will second monitor your stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, good audio is a real must, I would say, for a lot of YouTube videos, especially if you're gonna.
Is it better fate to just assume that these are the clips he had handy for the sake of making videos than he's saying that Tai Lung's origin doesn't matter at this point?
If that's
Probably.
if that's the case, then he is even more retarded than I thought, because why would you not get clips that are relevant to your video?
yeah.
I mean, a
it's-
lot of YouTubers do that,
Or
especially when
it's
they're
an-
trying to release like a video a week.
It's really annoying, especially when you don't have clips that are lining up with what you're saying. It's almost like the assumption is that you're second monitoring this, and it's like, yeah, that might be for some people, but like if I'm watching a video, like I am paying attention to it.
yeah.
Unless it's like music or something, but like yeah, I'm paying attention to what you're saying. So please respect the time and the attention that some people will undoubtedly give your video.
I mean, I would much rather they just go, they just lean into that and just don't have visuals if they want to be second monitored.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I
Okay.
sort of do, but I need to make sure they have visuals that make sense and the editing be good because of it. Like that's.
Or if it's like yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Tai Lung, not backstory not important, is bad showing. It's bad.
That's
Yeah,
an
bad
insane
take.
Mhm.
That's an insane take.
Like able to redeem their actions whatsoever. A pure evil villain should not see an ounce of redemption, and would break spectacularly when their plans are thwarted and their morality tested.
Except Gaston, I would argue, wasn't pure evil. He was an asshole, but Gaston is the definition of guy who thinks he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just incorrect.
Sorry, can we rewind a bit? Because it sounds like he's, by origin of no relevance, he means that despite their origin, whatever it may be, they still cannot be redeemed, which is just...
That's not what no relevance means.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. That's a strange,
When their plans are thwarted and their
Like another
morality
10 seconds,
tested,
sorry.
work beneath them, the working class grunts that do their dirty work. Still,
Thanks,
some
Falco.
of them may opt
There's
to
just a
work by their
random Teenage
lonesome,
Mutant Ninja
but they
Turtles
still
clip in
affect
there.
the world around them in a profound way. Lastly, a pure evil villain has an origin of little relevance or no origin at all. If he is a
Joker
villain
has
born
origins,
out of
though.
tragedy, then
Yeah, Joker has multi-choice origins. That's kind of his deal.
Oh, sorry, this is
Yeah, okay, like
important.
that.
If he is a villain born out of tragedy, he's making a stipulation here that like, they
Okay.
can't be born out
Okay.
of tragedy,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
something or other.
Okay. So
which-
Tai Lung is not against that. Okay. Gotcha.
that backstory should not be able to redeem their actions whatsoever. A pure evil villain should not see an ounce of redemption and would break spectacularly when their plans are thwarted and their morality tested. All of
Yeah,
these
so what
traits
he said by origin, what he
Mhm.
meant by origin of no relevance, is that even if they do have a tragic backstory like Tai Lung, they still cannot be redeemed despite their backstory. Which
Yeah,
I
like
don't know why you don't just put irredeemable at the bottom of the list instead of origin of no relevance.
that's one of those cases where I think he just wanted to sound really like
Artsy fartsy.
fancy,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, you can just use it like it's as George Orwell says, like you could use a simpler word, like use a shorter
Yep.
word or like a simpler word when in lieu of like a more complex one.
Use a
It's like,
proper synonym. If like
yes.
Oh, that's a huge one. So many people think that synonyms are directly interchangeable, and you can tell they just don't use the
no,
word.
they are not because it depends on sentence flow, as well.
Yes.
No.
Clarity and rhythm and like what you're trying to go for tone wise.
Yeah, those are clarity
Mm.
and rhythm are important, but some just imply different things. Like
They can be, yeah. Mhm. Absolutely. Like let's see, what's a good version of that? Like the law.
well, a statement and a declaration, or
Yeah.
a declaration and a statement, while they do mean the same thing, it can be used interchangeably in some contexts. There are contexts where you can say statement, but declaration would not
A declaration
be
sounds more.
appropriate.
It has a more Granger kind of feel to it.
Yes.
And
Whereas like
it
a
implies, like,
statement is more scientific and fact based.
Yes.
yeah, it
Yeah.
implies like a lot of the confidence in the statement.
Mm-hmm. It's like a declaration can be subjective because it is made in a group of people, or like you're telling something where it's like a statement is like, holy crap, dude, this sounds important from like a singular perspective. That's the way I feel about it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and create the pure evil villain. As you can see, there is no space.
Now, if I were a beginning writer and he told me all these things, I'd be like, I would get something out of it, but like, it's not told that way, and that's what's sort of like when I have a problem with it. Like, these are things that like you should know. It feels like something that everybody should know. He's just going over it, but it doesn't seem that way. It seems like counterintuitive a little bit.
It feels very
Yeah.
preachy and smug.
For sympathy, no wiggle room for the moral high road. As a result, pure evil villains serve a singular purpose for any story they are in.
Do you think so?
I mean,
I would argue they can serve multiple purposes.
Yes, they
I
can.
mean, I guess we'll have to see what the purpose is.
Yeah, let's,
I mean, the way this is structured, it seems like he's immediately going to say what the
Okay.
purpose is.
let's see what the purpose is, if he even says it.
I just want to know,
I'm
like,
curious.
is there a? I mean, in a hypothetical, yes, you can have an plain evil, like, character to have multiple purposes, but like, to do a multiple purpose, I think is what he's going for. But yeah,
Obstacle to overcome. We usually refer to it nowadays as
Back off.
Disney evil.
Don't use. No.
hold on, just
Yeah.
just let him cook a little bit.
As a result, pure evil villains.
This man needs to
serve
stay
a
out of the
singular
kitchen and
purpose for
under
any
all
story they are in.
circumstances.
an obstacle to overcome. We usually refer to it nowadays as Disney evil, simply because this formula is what makes up most of the Big Mouse's catalog of baddies. Simple, effective. To truly grasp this concept, let me show you here on the blueprint several of my favorite examples, beginning with a character I've talked about before and frankly
A cat from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I
he's-
like cats.
Yeah,
I like
cats. He's
So-
definitely pure evil. Like, out.
I'm surprised you guys didn't immediately pounce on the only purpose of a pure evil villain is to serve as an obstacle to overcome.
Yeah, that's a
I don't know,
that's
be
a
a
good.
foil, maybe?
I just didn't.
Yeah,
It's
or
kind of harder to
mirror.
hear these
broadest
things.
sense, I guess.
I mean, if someone said like pure evil is just to make conflict for the story, I'd be like, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
But like, I mean, he used Tai Lung earlier. If we're just going to grant that Tai Lung isn't redeemable despite his origin, which
Yeah.
I don't think I would. But even if we were to grant that, because that's the clip he used,
Yes.
Tai Lung serves a lot more purposes than just an obstacle to overcome. Like,
He's an
the contrast.
examination.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's an examination of, like, as you said earlier, Normie, of like Shifu's like teaching ideology and like how him trying to impose his desires on a student was what led Tai Lung to that negative path, and why he has such a distant relationship with like his students, and especially adversarial with Poe, and how, like, just a lot, like, as you said, trying to meet Poe where he's at and try to figure out a way for him to exceed. Like, that's like a really good bit of contrast, because you're seeing Shifu's past represented in Tai Lung and Shifu's present and future represented in Poe. So it's like thematically it works incredibly well for his arc.
I
Yeah,
just
like, even if Tai Lung didn't exist, he would still face that exact same obstacle with Poe. Arguably, Tai Lung actually pushes him in the direction of training Poe properly, rather than serving as an obstacle in that respect.
I
Yes.
think Poe's obstacle is, of course, like, I mean, the reason why Tai Lung is there is because I think it is sort of the kids' movie formula of like an antagonistic force. But I would say that like the more nuanced is like Poe's conflict is within himself. It's not really with Tai Lung.
Yes. Well, yeah, it's imposter syndrome. It's the idea that he wants to be something. He believes that doing kung fu will change him into something that he wants to be proud of.
Oh yeah,
Something
because
like
like
the
he's
Furious
like,
Five.
I don't want to be this anymore. I don't want to be this fat panda. It's like, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, Cats is pure evil. I agree with this. He does.
Yeah.
Okay, so does he have all the things he listed?
I'm going to have to go. I'll be back in like 2 minutes at most.
Okay.
Okay.
I think he does have all. I think that's why he wanted to make the video. Is he wanted to fit these people into these 5 categories. This is my theory, I guess. It's like all my favorite pure evil characters have these things that I mentioned. It's like, yeah. Which, by the way, that's fine as writing, because like I do the same thing, but like I try to prove it because I have these thoughts, and if I don't have it, then I don't write it. You know, these things.
Yes.
So, it happens.
not enough. This here is Cats, the first villain we get to see on the show Courage the Cowardly Dog, which, by the way, I've made a video on before. Go check it out. Yes, it's 44 minutes. Shut up and put it on the background. This anthropomorphic.
No.
He made a 44-minute video about a villain from one episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
To be fair, he's in
I
multiple.
mean,
To be fair, he's in multiple episodes.
Oh,
and
he
it's a
is?
great series.
Yes.
Like, I do love Courage the Cowardly Dog. Rest in peace to the creator.
Well, Cats is a devil cat. Like,
yes.
yeah.
Oh,
But-
I thought. Oh, hang on. I got Cats confused with the dude from the episode with the fox and the rabbit.
Oh no,
Mm.
no. That's
No.
yeah. He's in the pilot episode, and he sends spiders after the in hotel rooms to kill people.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, no, Cats is like pure evil. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, the
Okay.
reason why he's a cat is because he's opposite of courage. Like, it's as simple
Yes.
as.
It's also a great bit of irony as well, because we know that Courage is like, he's cowardly, like he's afraid, and yet in Cats like very much is like the apex, kind of the apex type, like apex predator, with like how he's portrayed, and like
In fact, he's really talented at like whatever he does. Like when he challenges courage,
Yep.
it's like he challenges to a staring contest because
Yes.
because he wants to be sporting about how he defeats his enemies, and he
Yeah,
he has no trouble whatsoever doing it. Like
yeah, I remember that too. That was a
Blink,
good episode.
blink, blink.
Blink.
Anyways, yeah.
Cat embodies what it means to be pure evil. First, the motivation. All of his schemes in the show, they only serve as a way for him to satisfy his own personal delights. In the episode Club Cats, for example, he cons both Muriel and Eustace in his made-up island getaway. Why, you may ask?
This music is actually kind of fitting, and it's kind of
Yes.
disturbing. Like, I do like it. It reminds me of like an N64 like ice thing. But,
I
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you get a point. You get a point, SAS. This is a good track. I like it.
yeah, but it still feels very generic. I've definitely heard it in
Oh
a
yeah,
bunch of other videos before.
dude. I
Yeah, but
use
at least
Oh,
it
this
fits.
track? It's Binding of Isaac. I think it's
Oh,
That-
Ross.
okay.
That explains a lot.
I
Okay.
used Look Outside on my last one. Freaking great soundtracks used for videos. Like
Mhm.
and Silk Song, of course. I use those too.
Not for money, but to transform them into appliances and make them fight gladiator style. Of course, as you do. He is also a character that cannot be persuaded and would do everything in his power to achieve his goal, like when Muriel tried to talk him out of literally exploding the submarine they were in. And if we're talking about aura,
There's no place to run.
for the influence, well, he has spiders at his disposal, I guess, and as for his backstory, he doesn't have one. Cass is a Texan.
To be fair, most cartoon characters on that show don't have origins. They just show
Yes.
up and they're evil.
I find
Yep.
it so funny how he chose the criteria himself, and then when
Yes,
he got to his first example, he was like,
I
"Yeah,
mentioned that.
spiders, I guess." And it's like, maybe rework your definition.
Yeah, like that's just, it feels too flippant. It's like, what are you doing?
I like Cats. Like, I think he's a sort of this great ongoing villain that like is in the show, but like it almost feels like you fit this criteria, all 5 of your criteria for this video, for just because you want to talk more about these characters. And I'm like, by the way, I don't have a problem with it. It's just you need to follow through.
I mean,
yeah, this script needed to be redrafted. Like, it's just
Sure.
I wouldn't mind more videos about either of the 2 villains that I know of here. I don't recognize the silhouette of the third.
That's the Lich from Adventure Time.
Oh, I haven't seen Adventure Time.
The Lich is
Same.
actually probably one of the best villains on. He's probably the best villain on that show.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's
Part
really
of it is
cool.
because he doesn't show up that often, but when he does, you know shit's gonna happen.
Oh
Mm,
shit!
Because he is one of those force of nature villains.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a Lich. He's an undead, like, magical being. Like, anyways.
He was born from the fallout of a nuclear bomb.
So this guy actually has a short on what it means to have aura and what makes a menace. If you
Oh god.
want to see that
Yay! No.
for more context, okay.
How about
fair.
no?
Or
We already know. It should be in the video. But anyway.
This book
Yeah.
Psycho, as pure evil as it gets, his schemes often involving only his own desires, not even for money or power. Still, his character is just that, an obstacle, a one-dimensional conflict, a character with only one purpose. And it is here we can see why people usually disregard these characters. It's because in episodic cartoons such as Courage, villains like cats are most of the time just a stock placeholder and could easily be replaced by a different character in their cast. So by now you're probably wondering,
Wait,
why?
You think
Okay,
so?
okay.
You think
No,
so?
like that's like if you pay attention to Courage the Cowardly Dog, like I think he's so underselling the show. Each of the villains in that series, depending on the episode, the brilliance, and I don't use that term lightly, is that they thematically fit what the episode is trying to go for. Like Fred, for example, is one of my favorite examples of a villain because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
he's supposed to represent discomfort. I mean, heck, the opening credits for that is like the la 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 la
Oh,
la
yeah,
like that
yeah, because like I think Fred is supposed to embody like sexual harassment. It's like this idea about being uncomfortable with a person, and then what they'll do to you if you're alone. It's
Like,
like
I don't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Falco.
no, it's just that but they put that into a kid show context. They make him a freaky barber that
yeah,
just has a fetish about cutting hair. It's like that makes it even kind
Jesus.
of more disturbing.
Yes. It's like yeah,
Yeah.
or like the gerbil, which represents sort of this like innocence, sort of this like la la like awe and innocence, but is like twisted because of like what he's doing with like Muriel and Eustace, by like shrinking them down into this hamster, into this like enclosure that like ironically would fit a gerbil, and then you
Making
got
them
that.
pets
I forget the
instead.
pieces. In the,
Yeah.
what?
Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a reversal on the zoo thing, which is like the Twilight Zone stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a well, here's the thing. If you do that though, then you have to say, well, Joker can be interchanged with everybody because it's a Monster of the Week show in Batman. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not
Wait
true
a minute.
either. Like
That's
so
not true.
like it is sort of, I know he's not comparing them, but it's like the idea, it's like that evil is supposed to be overcome is just interchangeable with another. I don't necessarily like that
Yeah.
idea.
I'm sure
Yeah,
there's a
it's
million TV shows which are episodic and have characters which are just very blatantly like the Seven Sins. I
Yeah.
can guarantee you that exists several times over.
yeah,
hmm
yeah.
Or
Even if I
what happens if the tarot cards come to attack you? Oh no.
Well, I think it also like in a way, I think this individual just understates that like when it comes to like storytelling,
Mhm.
every piece of a story matters. Like you can't just simply say, "Oh, I can just swap this villain for like another villain in a story," because that villain's like choices, their actions, their perspectives and values, it percolates throughout the entire like the plot, and even just like what the main character has to deal with, and even thematically as well. So
Um,
it's like, yeah, it's just so
I
weird.
think the
I'm just really
idea.
curious what
Oh,
avenue. Sorry, go ahead, Falco.
I think that like if I were to sort of rewrite the idea, it'd be like from an outsider's perspective, they may seem very similar because it's a cartoon show, and they could be, you know, installed for another one, but like that would be underselling Cats as a villain. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, I am curious what avenue he's going to take for arguing for it, if he's going to say that, because
Mm-hmm.
like aren't them being foils one of the strongest arguments you can make in favor of pure evil villains?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or they're sort of the antithesis of the hero, like especially the main ones that are pure evil. Like
Yes.
I am campaigning for pure evil villains. If they're only here to move the plot, then why not make them more sympathetic to keep them interesting? Well, dear viewer, if we go back to our checklist here, there is some leeway for us to give these characters a bit more nuance, a bit more purpose, without turning them into a sympathetic villain. In writing characters, we
well, you can do this with anything. So
Yes.
why is it only with pure evil? It's like it all depends what you want from your story. Like I'm writing about this. Like the whole point is like not all your characters are going to be three-dimensional like people or even beings to that matter. It all depends what you need for your story. or
Why is he-
or the
Falco-
plot in general. Like,
Falco
Why is he-
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Falco.
Why is he saying things as if we can never? Like, I know that's not what he's saying, but you notice how he's just like, if we want to add a little bit of nuance without making them too sympathetic, then we can try that. It's just like he's saying it as if, yeah, we have to make sure that it's a wee bit of nuance. We can't make them actually sympathetic. That would make it bad. That's what it sounds like.
Well,
Yeah.
Falco, we already established this. He's campaigning
Falco.
for this because there's. Yeah, sorry, it's in reference to Falco's question about why he's arguing for this. We've established this.
yeah.
It's because there's too many sympathetic villains. So obviously we need villains that aren't sympathetic.
Which is such a bizarre thing. It's like, okay, I'd be more forgiving if he said something like there's too many like bad examples of sympathetic villains, or like more recent stuff we've seen hasn't done that, and thus like it'd be one thing if these were like well written, but like there's nothing wrong with the pure evil thing. But that's me just like trying to steelman his point. But like more to like his example.
He didn't say
here
that though.
of, like,
You're arguing for him. He never said that.
yeah. Like for nuance, like you can still have a purely evil character where like there is nuance to him. Like one of my favorite examples is the operative from Serenity, because one of the things that makes the operative so fascinating is that the operative knows that he's evil. Like he knows that what he's doing is horrible. He knows that what he's serving the Alliance is bad, but he's still willing to do it. I mean, in his words, he's like he's trying to create a world without sin. And it's like that makes you think, because it's like, yeah, what would you do if you were in the operative's position where you knew what you were doing was bad, but you also in a way understand that someone needs to get their hands quote unquote dirty to create a world where there is no more dirt or no more sin in this case.
It's like, kind of like I remember watching. I used to be a big fan of Spoonie back in the day. Not anymore, but like But he said like you could easily transform a paladin who is lawfully good, for a good god, the villain of your story. It's really easy. It's like all you do is make him strict. It's like so strict, in fact, that no other religion is barred in his like town. It's like nah, the law is paramount. Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just fine. I'm done. Like,
oh, I was just saying, like, he's right that you can also make the villain more interesting by adding a bit of nuance, but that's not even strictly necessary. Like Sauron in the Lord of the Rings, I'm sure he does in the Silmarillion. In the actual Lord of the Rings, doesn't really have nuance. At least in the movie. It's been forever since I read the books.
Well,
the Ring. Sorry, go ahead, Falco.
Well, I'd say like if it comes to the Ring, it's like it does like all it wants to do. It's like I want to get back to him. You know the guy that owns me, the soul. You know, it's like I don't care about you really, but I'm gonna make you freaking greedy for me. It's like
yeah, I mean the Ring is like a really fucking excellent way of drawing out the nuance that is present in other characters, but Sauron himself doesn't have any.
It's I mean, the only thing you get is like the eye, and the eye doesn't. It just stares at things. But like,
yeah, I mean, like the absolute most we get is, I guess, him being distracted. That's not really nuance.
I don't know. It's just that I'm just. You know what? Let's go into a new argument so we can have more.
Yeah.
Have something called the foil. A foil is a character that serves as a contrast to another character. The difference accentuates each of the character's traits. These characters may highlight the contrast physically, ethically, emotionally, and much more. Foil characters may be the protagonist's allies or even his antagonists, and in this purpose, pure evil villains shine the brightest. Examples.
You think so?
Oh,
you
what?
think so? I don't know.
So tell me, Mr. Terrible Avatar, what if we what if we were to have a foil to a sympathetic villain? You know, a sympathetic villain who mirrors what the character is going through, but under different sort of context.
Yeah.
Can we not have those as well?
Yeah.
There's like, what if, because like there's a lot of sympathetic villains that fail at being sympathetic, and there's also like heroes that we're supposed to boo at, because of boo, and then they're actually sympathetic, but those are more of
Yes.
a meta thing, right? Because like there is a thing called like the author misjudging their own work. So what happens when that happens? Like,
Yeah.
let's.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
if you look at Hamlet,
Ooh.
to have
Good
the
play.
Look at Hamlet over here. Oh.
whether or not you would consider Ophelia an antagonist, she probably is an antagonist, definitely not a villain. But we have like two extremes where we have her father who he directly states that he has like very different standards for Ophelia and for Laertes. I believe Polonius is a father and Laertes a son, right?
I don't know. I don't read Shakespeare.
Yeah. What do you guys confirm to me?
Yes, so Polonius, main villain of Hamlet, easily. And he does care for his son. It's just all the political subterfuge vastly outweighs that in his mind, seemingly. But he has like two very different wants for Ophelia and for Laertes. Do you know the quote, "To thine own self be true"?
I
Yes.
think I do.
Or sorry,
Yeah.
above all, to thine own self be true. So that is contrasted with the Laertes, Ophelia's brother and Polonius' son. Right before Polonius enters the scene, telling Ophelia to remain chaste and to essentially do her social duties, which Laertes himself is not going to do. And then Polonius tells he has a whole "to thine own self be true" conversation with Laertes, and then tells Ophelia essentially the same thing that Laertes was telling Ophelia. So like the setup is that they are held to these very different standards, and this was not the best example ever, but I'm way too deep in now. But like the whole so like obviously Hamlet is mad, right? And that's where a
Yes.
lot of the fun in the play comes in, is that the play argues very strongly for the right to self-determine, and that setup is necessary for the play to work, because the degree to which Hamlet is able to self-determine is what's in question, and Ophelia is eventually driven to like being literally mad to the point where she commits suicide. So we have these two extremes. We have Laertes, who can act to his own desires, should he so choose, though is drawn away from them after the death of his father and the suicide of his sister. And then we have Ophelia, who throughout the whole play is just used politically by everybody, denigrated by Hamlet, cannot remarry because it's heavily implied that she slept with Hamlet, despite Hamlet promising to have married her. Like, she's just used by absolutely everybody. And it's like, no pure evil villain in the play, but Laertes and Ophelia are both really strong foils, which govern like the extremes that Hamlet can act within. With Ophelia also doing a lot to raise the stakes of Hamlet's madness and to demonstrate like all the potential follies that come with being mad as Hamlet is. And it's like, it's again, terrible example. I just got way too deep into
Oh, it's cool.
step away from it. But like,
It's all right.
if they were
Please.
to be pure evil, they would both be weaker foils to Hamlet. Even if you want to say Polonius is pure evil, he's not. He is far from the strongest foil for Hamlet. Laertes and Ophelia are both significantly better ones.
I think what he said was getting back around to the original point is that it said pure evil is the best foils, or like shine the brightest, I should say.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's not true. Like, there's Deep Space Nine. Gold Dukat is one of the best foils for Cisco.
Agreed.
And he is not pure evil. Like, not yet.
I mean,
Oh yeah, he
anyways.
definitely isn't. Yeah,
Not yet,
yeah,
anyways.
exactly.
So, like,
Not yet.
Yeah, the example I should have gone with, because I brought it up earlier and is a way strong example, but Griffith is a better foil for struggling against his humanity, for trying to sacrifice what he views as a weakness that Guts spends the whole series like struggling to retain. And like throughout the entire series, Griffith's main conflict is struggling against his humanity, while for Guts it's struggling to retain his. And we also have like a Griffith, after sacrificing the Band of the Hawk, trying to recreate it the best he can, which Riker calls out. Well, Guts is actually able to make connections again after the trauma he went through, and after believing that not only can he not, he also shouldn't, because of her he can bring people. It's like Griffith having that little bit of humanity makes him so much stronger of a foil than if he was pure evil, even though he's like almost as close as he can be without being pure evil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, foils. Foils don't always have to be bad guys. Like, there's a thing in comedy called the straight man, and it's just a foil to the and they're the foils to the comedic person. Like, Marge is a straight man in that comedy sort of nomenclature, because Homer is a doofus. He's not smart, but Marge is she's just pointing out all the inaccuracies in what Homer is doing, and sometimes stopping him from doing what he needs to do, because she has to be, because she's his wife. You know, it's like, it's not always a evil.
I'm not too far into the chronology of the show, but actually the way, you know how Marge is like very people pleasing, it can't be passive,
Yes.
and that's like her biggest flaw. The way they introduce that in the show, there was an episode where Lisa is depressed. She feels as if she doesn't have like any room to grow academically or creatively, and that she can't like actually express herself. And what Marge does is she gives Lisa the advice that her mother gave her, which is to just the way it was given to Marge is way more extreme. That she has to smile because her smile shows everybody how great of a mom she has. But what she tells Lisa is to smile, and then happiness will follow, and she'll be able to get invited to. She'll be able to have a stronger social life. She'll get invited to parties. She'll have more opportunities, right?
Yeah.
And then
I know what you're talking about now.
Marge, yeah, and then Lisa does exactly that. Marge sees the results of it and sees that Lisa is being like suppressed in class, that she's being taken advantage of by her classmates following that advice, that her teacher is trying to suppress her creativity, and she just immediately recognizes that fault in herself, seeing it reflected in her daughter, and like instantly corrects it, tells Lisa she was entirely wrong to have done that. And while she doesn't get over that flaw herself, because that would be ridiculous to kick that like very strongly ingrained habit, it's seeing it reflected in her daughter that makes her realize just how bad it is.
Yeah,
and
well, what I'm trying to say is like there's all kinds of things that can shine the most. It depends on the medium that you're working with.
Yeah,
so
I know. I will say, I am going to do one more Simpsons example.
No!
Just what makes it so what makes it so good is that they are characters who are trying their best.
Yep.
And who even if they enable various antics and stuff, they do consistently bring out like the best aspects of each other.
Homer may be stupid, but like it's stupid and selfish, but like, which has been flanderized now, but like he still wanted to try his best for his family.
Yeah, with
He
the
loves Marge. Yeah, he loves Marge a
he
lot,
really loves
actually.
Marge. But like, with the so like, with Lisa, she can be very tunnel visioned and about like her convictions and can be naive. And obviously, she is like extremely intelligent for her age. And
Yes.
um, and what's really great about her naivete and her tunnel vision is that very often it is Homer who's that's most reflected in. So it does do a great job of demonstrating that like her intelligence isn't that simply being intelligent isn't um enough, and it's not where Lisa's worth is derived from solely, at least.
Mhm.
But also, it gives Homer a great chance to share some conventional wisdom, which he usually doesn't, and it just
Well,
and it does a very great job of
it's usually
humanizing him and fleshing him out a bit more.
it's usually Homer's actions that do a lot for Lisa rather than his
Yes.
words.
Oh, for sure.
Anyways, let's get off that train of Simpsons and
Yeah.
move on.
It's like how Batman's dark and calculating is further highlighted with the use of Joker's flashy and chaotic. Having a foil elevates both characters and fleshes out a pure evil villain externally. And it doesn't even have to be a protagonist. Think Zuko and Firelord Ozai. We sympathize so much more with our favorite self-loathing firebender because of how disastrous of a father and person Ozai is, and how much we don't want Zuko to turn out like him. And on top
Huh. I
Huh.
I
mean,
guess that's
okay.
true. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that
that's
is
absolutely
true.
true.
I don't have necessarily have a problem with that. I'm just like, huh. I'm kind of pausing it to
Yeah.
mold over in my head. I'm like, that seems right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh no, I
it's
absolutely
because
agree with that, and it's even better that we get to see Ozai's teachings reflected in Azula and see them ultimately fail.
Yeah, exactly. And then you also see a lot of Zuko's like the teachings of Zuko's from like his mother, and then more relevantly like Iroh, because like Iroh was the one person that loved Zuko for who he was and not for what Ozai wanted him to be.
Well, of course, like the other reason why is because like he just spends a lot of time with him, and he saw him as the son he lost in the Raid of Bossing
Yeah.
Say. So
Yeah, which is yeah, exactly. And you see, and yeah, there's a great moment in book one of Avatar, like the Siege of the North Pole, where
yes.
he's giving
Mhm.
Zuko all the advice, and then he's like, I'm sorry. It's just like, I think of you as like my son, because it's just like I can't, you know. He's thinking of Lu Ten in that moment. It's good stuff. It's like,
Anyways,
of that, Ozai just becomes that more monstrous and ruthless when we compare him to his son, who actually knows what the hell compassion is. I need to stop with Avatar because this video will become a slog. I feel it. And to hammer this point home, I want to show you one of my favorite character foils and one of my favorite
Kung Fu Panda 2.
yay,
There we
Shen,
go.
good villain. I
Shen.
do like Shen a lot.
I like Tai
What is he
Lung
gonna
more.
What is he gonna say about Shen? I wonder.
I do
I'm
like Tai
curious.
Lung more, but I enjoy Shen. You know?
Yeah, I like Shen a lot.
Mm.
He's
evil villains, period.
They wronged me, and I will make it right.
Lord Shen is as purely evil as it gets. For those of you who think he is sympathetic just because of his backstory in the beginning of the film, how can you sympathize with a psycho who wanted to take over all of China and had the audacity to be
Okay,
confounded?
hold on.
Ooh.
I really don't like
Okay.
how he backtracked.
That is kind of a surface level take on Shen, because the whole point of the backstory is to
You've activated the
not-
frog.
yeah, you activated the fucking frog here. So here's the thing. In the beginning, it is shown that Shen's family has made fireworks, and it's to entertain and help, and Shen saw it as another means, as a weapon or for destruction, and Shen saw that as something that could help his family, but his family was kind of disturbed by him, because the thing that not a lot of people say about Shen is that Shen is mentally disturbed from the very beginning. It's not that he's pure evil, it's that there's something mentally wrong with him from the start. And
Yes.
and because he couldn't deal with the fact that, there was this prophecy of the fact that he could be killed, he immediately took action, just like, oh, I can destroy the pandas, and everything will be right. I get to stay with my family, right? And only to realize that that would shun him, and that creates the hatred that he has for his parents, and not realizing that they were only doing what they thought was best for him because he was mentally ill.
So,
Yes.
Froggo, you are absolutely right that the argument that Shen isn't pure evil wouldn't be that he's sympathetic, but rather that he thought his parents would approve of it, and that he does want his parents' approval. But
Mm-hmm.
he is using pure evil as like the direct antonym of sympathetic. It's very
Yes.
weird, but that is the framing of this video.
Okay.
And also, like, the brilliance of Shen is that it actually confirms what Oogway said in the
Sorry.
first movie. It's like, those who often avoid their destiny will often meet it. And it's like,
Well,
yeah.
it's the trope of like by trying to avoid your destiny, you fulfilled it. You
Yes.
know? It's like
Yes, that's literally what he was saying.
but no, oh yeah, thanks. But like it just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, I just wanted to be sure. It's like it I don't think this. What I mean is like this is not unique. As
Yeah.
sort of he's saying it is.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Since we've paused the video, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Sure.
All right.
Yep.
But like, it always reminds me. There's a Star Trek episode of TNG where they keep repeating the same day, and they keep getting clues, but they don't know what to do with them because they can't remember for the next. They don't remember certain things for the next jump, for the next time loop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and they're asking themselves, why don't we just stop the ship and reverse course or go in a different direction? But then they don't know. It's like, well, if we do that and it still happens, so it's like, we'll just stay on course. So it's like, no matter what, because like if they change course and something will still happen anyway, like what would be the point? But they don't know that. So it's like, so it's really hard to make a judgment call about what you're gonna do. It's like it's a really smart look about like time paradoxes and like and all that stuff. And of course I had to mention it because like it's a but like there is a Buffy one where she has to figure out what's wrong with she has to please a customer and she doesn't. It just repeats itself over and over.
Yep.
But still.
I remember that.
Yeah. Anyways. But like, yeah. I just in fact like always or the Chronicles of Riddick, where it's like a Furion would destroy the Necro people. And it's like and they killed all the Furions beforehand, and they find like there's one left. It's Riddick. It's like
Mm-hmm.
like that definitely reminds me of Kung Fu Panda 2, where it's like,
All right, I'm back.
there's one left. It's like my favorite scene of that movie though was the where it's like when he's like the panda's coming and he hears all the grunting like it's like,
yeah,
he gets afraid. It's like, oh crap. It's
like it's the gorilla carrying paw on top, because like the joke is great. He's like, my mortal enemy stares. I'm like,
and I always it always reminds me of Sam going up Carrot on goal and he's like, ah! It's like anyways.
All right. What riveting discussion did I miss?
Not much.
Parents said nope and kicked him out. Anyway, Shen is a pure evil villain, motivated by only the subjugation of China, undeterred by voices of
Turn down
his
your fucking
infinite
volume,
all-
man.
Yeah, this is Crusader Kings 3 music.
Oh.
yeah. Like I said, the sound mixing on this is so bad. Like,
But yeah, the sound.
I
yeah,
have
the
better
sound
sound
mixing's
mixing
horrible,
than
too.
you. That should tell you something.
Did you not check with anybody before playing and posting your video.
Did you not listen
do
to
you
your
not
own
check-
video? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you not
you-
watch it through before
Mhm.
posting it?
Ugh.
I always it's kind of funny when you edit your videos, you always listen to it twice. Like, well, it's not just as a habit, but it just happens naturally because when you
Yeah, once while editing, and then once when it's completely done.
well,
Mhm.
for me, I edit my own voices whenever I do something. I listen to it, and then I listen to it again from a finished perspective, and then I put it in the timeline, and I put it and I listen to it again. It's like that's multiple times. There's no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Said nope and kicked him out. Anyway, Shen is a pure evil villain. Motivated by only the subjugation of China, undeterred by voices of reason, infinite aura with his menace, character design, and
Oh god!
If
If you ever fucking describe Shen as having aura, I might actually slap you. It's like shut the fuck up.
I want to
There's-
slap him just based off of the way his
Avatar
avatar looks.
looks.
I hate this smug ass face.
Not only does
It's
Shen have
just-
aura, he has infinite aura. He oozes aura. You walk behind Shen and you're going to just have a whole bunch of aura stuck to the bottom of your shoe for the rest of the day.
Like,
I want
and I think okay,
Shen to
it's
shoot
like
with
that's
a
why I
fucking
think a
cannon.
term presence is better because
Get
like
on
for
misery.
me, I think what makes Shen so like great is like Gary Oldman's performance. I mean, he takes a peacock and he makes him intimidating. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
I mean,
the
My
Uh,
neighbor used to have peacocks. They can be scary if they want to.
Oh, they're
Dude.
loud too.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
loud little. I remember like
They're loud and they're a lot bigger than you'd expect.
There's a movie called
Yes.
The Screaming Skull. It's one of them old horror movies, like drama, and this woman thinks she's hearing human screams, but it's like it could be peacocks. It's like
Yep.
They might be giants. They could be peacocks.
they could be peacocks. Might be giants is you know how I got introduced to those guys? It was Tiny Toon Adventures.
Same.
Yeah.
character design and a whole army under his beck and call, in an origin story that does not redeem his villainy in the slightest. He is as formulaic as it gets, as a pure evil villain.
Formulaic. Okay, now I have
Formulaic?
problems.
Wait, what?
So what?
Huh? Really?
So what formula did they use to make a pure evil villain?
Yeah.
didn't-
that-
You didn't.
Y equals MX plus B.
It's kind
the
of
formula
funny.
themselves.
If someone said the most formulaic evil character, I'm like, probably one of the early Disney villains, like one of the witches, or like
Yeah, like-
Maleficent.
like
like-
like Snow White or Sleeping Beauty. Like those villains are just like, yeah, we did it because formula. Like it's
I'm
it's
just
it's,
so-
it's a very fairy tale sort of thing, you know.
I'm just so baffled by that take because it's like, so you're telling me that this villain who commits genocide against an entire group of people is formulaic in
Yeah,
a kids movie?
yeah. It's like saying like Hitler's
How do I
formulaic
get-
when it comes to
how do I get
history.
Screenshots again.
I mean, I guess you could say, oh, well. See, here's the thing.
But he isn't
Oh,
There isn't
sorry.
plenty of literally destroying a planet villains in kids movies, but that's pretty abstract. The thing that really like
Mhm.
separates Kung Fu Panda 2 is they don't abstract it as much. Like Poe's having flashbacks of his the pandas being genocided the whole movie.
Which is
Yeah.
nuts.
Like
Yeah, Poe's
It's
having
just-
PTS. Yeah, Poe's having PTSD.
yeah, like it.
It's just-
I love Star
Repressed
Wars.
memories.
Nobody in Star
Yeah.
Wars is having PTSD.
Mhm.
It is kind of funny that like there is genocide that goes on in that film. Like the whole planets get destroyed. It's like, dude, like I heard like a group of people go silent. What the heck happened?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like-
but like that's like the thing that makes it so palpable to kids is that that's very abstract,
Mhm.
Yes.
at least as a threat.
But still, it's like it's like but I think kids actually do understand it. It's just they don't comprehend it.
They just don't have the
fully.
words for it.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, kids are a lot smarter than what we'll give them credit for.
Well,
Like,
they
Yes.
absolutely understand what's happening, but like
Mhm.
nobody can like
Mhm.
it's it's to a scale where nobody actually can like grapple with that. I don't think there's anybody who actually can, and we don't get
I
too much of it. Like
I do think one minute. I do think that I think he might be right when it comes to the sort of where it's like the whole point is to be like, don't root for this guy. It's very easy, you know.
Don't vote for the genocidal people.
Yeah, sorry, I
I
didn't
was
say don't
thinking
vote, but like
or
it's
sorry, Vader. I mean,
it's
Lord
like
Shen
you
2020.
don't want to root for this guy. Trust me. It's like don't do it, and it's an easy way to do that, you know. But is that if that's what he means by formulaic? It's like, well, it's more complicated than that because
Yeah,
there
like-
are lots of formulas.
yeah, when a Saturday morning cartoon villain says he's going to destroy the planet, we know he's not going to. Like we know he's very evil, but that's not where like the actual stakes really come from. And it's such an abstract threat that like yeah, it is very palatable.
I do get
It's
you.
not
Imagine if he did it.
Panda 2.
Imagine if he
Yeah.
did it. Like, dude, the series is over.
Yeah.
The good guys lost. It's like what? It's like
That's just how it ends.
yeah.
I mean, you look at something like Infinity War, like
Yeah,
Thanos won.
it is kind of funny. There's like man, I've since it's kind of funny. I grew up with a lot of disturbing kids content, but it was
I feel like we
molded
all
in a
did.
way that was like, I should say, made in a way that was very palatable for kids as well. It's it was such a great time to challenge people's minds when they were young. Like,
Also, like,
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah.
Well, it also introduces like in Kung Fu Panda 2, like if you understand like Poe's internal arc in this, it's about him trying to understand where he came from. And it's like you get this idea that he has this burning desire to like find his place because he can't let go of the fact that something's wrong. And Shen picks at it. And it's like that also like mirrors a lot of what Shen was dealing with because in his eyes, like he didn't believe his parents loved him. So like he wants to pick at Poe by saying, "Yeah, your parents never truly loved you." Because like he's playing on the idea that like Poe never knew his parents.
Well, it's a
So it's like
it's a projection from his point of view.
yeah, it's a projection. Yeah, exactly. It's a projection of what he wants, what he wanted from his parents, but he could never get. And that is why, like, when he does realize, like, you know, you get that really great dialogue motif where it's like, you know, your story may not have had a great beginning, but like that doesn't have to define how it ends and everything. It's just and then that's related to like when he confronts Shen where he's like, yeah, scars, you know, will fade. It's like
And
Well-
there's a also like Shen straight up lies to Poe about it. Like he tells Poe that his parents abandoned him. They did not
Yes.
love him. They abandoned him.
It's like,
Yeah.
no, you kind of killed them. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, Byakuya, you're exactly right about him picking at Poe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I saw that. I saw that. I had to take a screenshot.
Anyways, let me go ahead and
Oh, yeah,
go,
that's-
let me
that's
go
pretty
forward. I can't see it right now because I'm in charge of the whole thing. So
Yeah.
There, just to move the story from point A to
You'll
point
see.
B, he's there to contrast and elevate Poe. Poe from the first movie has already undergone character development, going from a tubby nobody to the Dragon Warrior, with the use of, but not limited to, Tai Lung, another foil for his character. In the second movie, his characterization is centered around achieving inner peace, and to attain this, a complete opposite of his character stand between him and his goal.
I wouldn't say the complete opposite.
I mean,
yeah,
I would say that like Shen does not have like inner peace within him. Like you can You can make that
True.
assessment because you like
well,
towards
that would
the
make
end
him more
he's like,
opposite of Poe, like almost.
I mean,
wouldn't it?
yeah, he straight up asks how is it possible for you to attain inner peace after like losing so much, and then is given the chance to is given the chance to work towards obtaining inner peace and rejects it. Like he decides that he's too far gone.
yeah. I
Like-
mean, yeah,
Like he
and that's
absolutely
very,
does
and
not
that's
have inner peace.
Um,
Oh, sorry, go
he-
and
ahead.
you see that very symbolically with like his cannon, which is destroyed, like falling on him. And then there's this brief shot where he just closes his eyes because he just accepts the fact that like he's lost. Like there's
I
nothing else left.
I do I do agree though that he is the conflict between him and inner peace because it's literally the
Yes.
manifestation, the physical manifestation of why he can't find inner peace because he
Yeah.
tried to kill his family or did, you know.
Yep.
From a physical design standpoint, we can clearly see from their silhouette the contrast. Poe is round and stout while Shen is sharp and lanky. This distinction is further emphasized by their personality. Poe is impulsive.
I do like the idea that he's going for like a basic design because like that is sort of like this goes back to design from like the old Disney days where it's like the heroic characters are have like roundish features and the villains will have sharper features. So it's like
Well, it also goes back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, Falco.
No, it's fine.
It also goes back to like it also goes back because I remember the director. She said in the commentary for the second movie they wanted to do a villain that wasn't just Tai Lung all over again. So like the idea I think from like one of their storyboarders was like let's do a peacock, and they're like yeah that's a pretty out there idea, but it's like we can have this character be like you know more like brains and more like tactical with how they handle things, and it's like that can be a really unique challenge that Poe and everyone else would then need to overcome, and that's where like the idea of like you know introducing weapons and like the end of kung fu would come about. So yeah, it's just you
Um,
can see how like design can really influence a lot of story choices like that. Just
yeah, yeah. I like how it's going through the comparable like characterizations. Like he's actually
Yes.
explaining. This is good.
Preferred to tackle his problems head on and punch it until it goes away, yet he's still warm and kind and protects the people around him even as he fights. Shen, however, is cold, meticulous, often retreating strategically to dissect his adversaries at a range with his weapons and cunning.
Dissect as he
Oftentimes-
points a fucking cannon towards somebody.
Well, he
I
does
under-
dissect them,
I-
Froggo.
I
He parts
understand
them.
what he means, but
Hmm?
I understand what he means when he says like, "Oh, I'm gonna like dissect my enemies from a distance and form a strategy over them."
Yeah.
It's still a funny way to phrase it when you're showing him using a
Yeah, it's
cannon
like-
to blow people up.
yeah,
Lol.
like what the
like
heck?
lol, my strategy is canon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look,
it's a good
doesn't.
strategy.
Maybe it doesn't imply the amount of like intentionality the term usually has, but he does part them. One part over there, and one part over there, and one part all the way over there against the back wall.
I
Yes.
just never mind, I forgot.
I think we need
You
to
know,
do
it's-
Kung Fu
yeah, it's
Panda
funny.
2 for watch-alongs.
Yes. Kung Fu
Yeah,
Panda
that's
2
funny,
is
Paco.
I used to not like this film. I don't know why, but now I'm like a lot more warmer to it and I even love it now. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, Falco. When we were mentioning like the cannon and stuff, I was just thinking about Buffy. Remember the rocket launcher?
oh yeah, what's that do? Boom. Oh, it's like because it's like the whole point is that like the legend around this creature, it's like he nothing can hurt him like conventionally, but the problem is like humans have advanced so much between the time he was asleep. It's that like it's a rocket launcher. And it just blows you up in pieces. And then Oz is like, there's another one over here. Like anyways.
Cost
Love
of
it.
the safety of those around him. Going deeper into the story, we find ourselves down the path of Poe's inner peace, his
Also, I like how we're talking about Poe. La, si, da, like God of War's coming towards you. Anyways.
past. A past that was desecrated by Shen. A past he needs to confront, for it is his wound. Throughout the film's runtime, time and again, this wound became Poe's downfall, sabotaging their victory whenever it ached. Yet still, Poe forged on and faced his past, his destiny, and found inner peace. On the other hand, Shen
He is correct about all this, but it's becoming a story analysis. I mean, like a basic story analysis, where it's like he's just telling me what's going on, which is fine for now. But it's like,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm curious to see how he ties this back to Shen and like how to write like a pure evil villain.
Well,
So I'm
Shen is
still
just
listening.
obviously the direct opposite of that, where he tries to run from, his literal destiny, and like buries down his grief towards his parents, and like really represses it, and acts out in very violent ways.
By the time he realizes it, it's too late. He's dead. Like,
as I'm listening to all this, I'm just going like, yeah, that's great, man. That's great, man. So, anyways, Kung Fu Panda watch along.
Oh, I'll be down for that.
That's
love
like
We gotta watch the
Yes.
we gotta watch the fourth one, where the only thing I know about is that Shen bows to Poe.
No, that movie was terrible.
Don't talk about the fourth one. Why would you talk about the fourth one? Why would you bring that up?
Mods, smack his nuts.
I will take the third one. Like after that movie, because like I never hated the third one. I felt like Thanos with the third one. It's like perhaps I treated you too harshly. Like,
do you have any idea, like, of when I was in the theater with Dax watching Kung Fu Panda 4? When Shen showed up and didn't say a fucking word throughout the entire film, Dax was like looking at me, seething and just laughing.
you know why? It's because they didn't want to pay for all the celebrity voice actors. That's why none of the Furious 5 showed up.
Oh,
They were
no,
that
no, no.
cheap.
They do. They don't say a word. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyways.
It's like,
You
hey,
continue.
would you like to listen to Aquafina?
No.
No, I don't want to hear Aquafina play a cunt-ass lizard.
No. She plays a wolf. She plays a wolf.
Oh,
plays a wolf.
I thought Aquafina was doing the chameleon.
No, the
no.
chameleon's the villain. Yeah.
No, I'm aware the chameleon's the villain. I didn't know who voice acted her.
Oh, I believe it's Viola Davis.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is not a bad choice.
I recognize the name, but I don't. I couldn't tell you who that was.
Amanda
True.
Waller in the Suicide Squad movies.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is a good choice for that is a good choice for a Kung Fu Panda villain.
Just it'd be funny.
Very poor. just very poorly executed.
I just love how like it's like it's a very good choice for a Kung Fu Panda movie. She shows up as herself. It's whoa, wait a minute. What kind of animal are you? It's like
This is Amanda Waller. Her abilities are camouflage. And
I mean, having
Yeah,
Amanda
that's
Waller play like a big imposing like gorilla villain would be kind of cool though.
I understand what you mean, but we'll just move on.
I didn't make the connection until after I finished talking.
It's fine.
I just picked like a big, intimidating looking animal
You know what?
because that's the kind of character Amanda Waller is.
Redacted, you're not going to beat the allegations. I get it. But
Should I have said like a rhinoceros or something?
We already had one of those. But anyways,
There, fine. Like
Let's
some
go.
other some
Let's-
some kind of
let's
like
just move on.
brown bear or something
Brown bear.
to counteract. I don't know what kind of bears are in China. They're pandas, and I feel like having an evil panda would be too much.
Actually, that sounds kind of cool. But anyways,
Continue.
to deny his, escaping his past, and in the beginning of the film,
We're only
it was
12
the
minutes
source
in.
of his power and standing, the calluses too thick to pierce as he continued on his evil path. As a result, he was denied inner peace. And in the collision of these two contrasts, both of
He
them
wasn't
shown
okay.
so much.
He wasn't denied of peace. Poe tried to tell him it was just like you are what you choose to be, and Shen is like, all right, I'll fucking choose this. It was Shen's choice to seal his fate. That was his fucking
Yes.
choice.
Yeah.
Much brighter. In the end, only one ideal could remain. Poe, having achieved inner peace, overwhelmed Shen. But instead of bending to the destruction of his ideals, instead of giving in to the side of good, Shen's rigid desires broke, and he further fell into his wicked ways, causing him to perish. This is the power of a simple, no-nonsense villain. If
He's
Shen
not
was made of-
simple.
He is not simple.
Yeah, that's
That is.
You
that's
went on that
such a-
entire sort of thing, and then you call him simple. Oof.
Like, yeah, like I know I'm steel manning this person's position, but like a better way to say is that just even like Shen has a lot of depth to him. Okay, he's a very his premise, like
The
his
opposite is
concept
simple.
is simple,
Yeah.
but it is there's a lot of depth into how the writers were able to take that idea, take Shen and like who he was, and really make him into something special. Because really, I think what you should be getting with simple villains, much like anything else, is that you should be trying to achieve as much depth from them as possible.
It's like
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead, Falco.
Oh, okay. But like it's almost like building something. You start with sort of like a skeleton of it, and then like
Yep.
once you have the skeleton, you have the bare parts to it. Then you start adding on to it, and giving it sort of like a purpose. Like
Yes.
it's and then like once you give it its purpose, and then it's like, oh man, you're a fully fledged thing. It may seem simple, but the process in which you give it purpose for is not.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if I were writing his video for him, I would make the point way better when he was like, "Oh, you can just slot in a different character." But yeah, I would tie it back to that where like a role in the plot is relatively simple. I wouldn't even really say
Well-
Shen's role in the plot is
Mhm.
simple because it's not. It's a lot more directly character focused than you would expect from
Well,
a villain like Shen on
it's
Yes.
funny you
part.
say that, because sorry to butt in, but it's like he serves multiple purposes. It's not just character focused. If he's not stopped, China falls. That's another thing
Yes.
that Poe doesn't want to happen. He also has the personal motivation, and then it's like it's also to show up that fortune teller, that like I'm gonna rule over my fate. It's like that's the personal motivation. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, multiple motivations. That doesn't sound simple at all. From
Yeah.
like
Like the
I
most
wanna
I
prove
can
the soothsayer
try to
wrong.
steelman this with his whole discussing pure evil villains is that like
Mhm.
simple purpose in the plot, even if they
mhm.
drive a lot more complex things underlining it, but that just doesn't even apply to Shen either. Like, I just don't see how this applies to Shen.
If you break down
Yeah.
a lot of things, it seems simple, but again, when you expand those things, if you can, I mean, then it's not simple.
I mean, you could do that with literally any character.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like
Yes.
it's this character's not simple. It's the point.
A bit more sympathetic, it wouldn't have highlighted Poe's struggle to come to terms with his past. He would also have less quippy dialogue with their loss of contrast, and Shen wouldn't exude as much pizzazz if he was given an overly complex motivation for conquest.
Why would his dialogue be less
Complexity
quippy if he was more Sympathetic.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me. It's like, man, you know what I hate about Buffy and her quippiness? She can't be sympathetic. It's like, what?
What?
Man.
Yeah, that's
Spider-Man, not really all that relatable, huh?
Yeah.
Not that sympathetic.
yeah.
Matt Mordigan, am I right?
Uh-huh. It's just,
I
mean, I
don't get
agree.
where quippy dialogue comes in.
Complexity
Yeah,
does
like,
not
I
equal
agree.
depth? Interesting.
Like here's the thing, like I can like it would depend on like what he means by complexity in
Yeah.
this case.
Well,
'Cause, like-
hopefully he expands on it, but Shen isn't like Shen is
He has
much
depth.
more complex than like
Mhm.
99% of the characters he's played clips from in the background.
It's kind of funny
Yeah.
that like he mentions because like this applies more to video games. Like
But like yeah, Shen is definitely more complex than Scar or Ursula or what other character showed up in his clipsies
like
besides Tai Lung?
we can just name example after example after example, but like yeah, it's kind of
I mean, sure.
the reason
And like,
why
even then,
there's
those aren't simple characters. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
well, I think again why he's using it is like, man, I really like this character. I want to talk about him. It's like yeah,
Just make a video about Shen.
Yeah, just make a video about Shen or cats or anything else. Like, what if you're gonna talk about like villains and sort of like why, not even sort like why we need like simplistic villains and like what value they can give to like a story, then structure your video to where your argument and your thesis about that makes sense. Like this entire video is just it's been such a maze of ideas. Like I don't understand what he's trying to get at.
It's like what I call the video is like these are some of my favorite villains and why they work for me. Like yeah, all right. It's like and then you would share the perspective and then get them on board. It's like yeah,
but that wouldn't get as many clicks. Falco.
yeah. It's kind of funny that was sort of the
Yeah.
that's. But then again, like I'm too honest to get clickbaity titles. Like well, when I mean clickbaity titles, I mean you lie. That's what clickbait means. You lie about your title. Like
He looks like someone who would lie about his titles.
he's like, I have the world championship title of World Wrestling Federation. I don't think so.
You know I had really good video titles, and I'm sad he's no longer with us. Total Biscuit, man.
I will now talk about something for something minutes. Like, yay.
Yeah, those are just such great titles for videos.
Oh,
because
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what you're getting.
And here's the thing, like, that is sort of clickbaity, and like in a way, it's like, really? Is that really what it is? It's almost like an Andy Kaufman way of doing videos. Like,
Yes.
Anyways.
Times does not equate to death. Sure, sympathetic villains can still be foils and works better.
Ah, okay. When it shows Mr. Freeze,
Okay.
I think it's a good example of he's quite complex, but he doesn't really have depth. It's just that
Yes.
the reason why is because it only showed certain snippets from his backstory. But
Well, there's sympathy to him because of what his wife. Like that's the
Yes.
thing that like.
but we don't get enough of that to have depth. So it's
Yes.
like,
Yeah, I don't know enough about Mr. Freeze to say much.
well, you pretty much got all of it. So,
Yeah, Heart of Ice. Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, because
well, the basics are like he was doing experiments to save his wife, but he was doing it on company time, which means he's spending money that they don't have, and so he's like he shut it down, but when they tried to shut it down, he got very defensive and he got pushed into chemicals, which made him not being able to survive in a frozen environment. So he makes the suit, and because of that, his meter becomes so cold that like it said that ice runs through his veins.
mhm.
In some stories, but their morality can actually hold them back as a character. Oh my god, what was that? but their morality can actually hold
edit
them
that
back
out.
as a character. If not
What?
have-
No, 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 no. Okay,
Age
now
of
I'm getting mad.
Ultron.
What the? Okay, okay. Who's this guy's name?
Warnock.
Knock.
Bornock, right
Bornock.
there. Woo!
Okay, from me to you, you lazy jerk. Why did you ever watch this video at any point and said, "Hey, maybe that part needs to be cut out because there's an editing error"? Dear Lord, you want me to take you seriously as an essayist, and yet you can't do anything as basic as just check your video for any like errors or anything, and then you try to play it off as a joke. Get out of here. Why
Oh,
do you
talk about
feel
the
so
cough?
entitled to
Oh.
waste? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm just like, why do you feel so entitled to waste my time? To quote Theo, like this entire video just we're 13 minutes in, and yet I barely felt like I've learned anything. I just sorry, I'm just
No,
really
Annoyed?
I'll be completely honest.
I don't even mind it that
Not
much.
as much as this, but my least favorite type of video is the ones where I already agree with it, but it's just as simple as 0.7. And it's like, well, why the fuck did I watch that?
exactly. So,
I-
again, sorry for getting annoyed. It's
Oh,
just,
no, it's fine.
No, please get more annoyed.
I
This
just-
guy deserves to be torn to shreds.
I didn't mind it that much. That's something that, like, I might do that. But man, like, but the thing is, though, I like to be casual.
Yeah,
So
I did
it's-
not really mind that much.
No, I didn't mind that much because, like, well, here's the thing: he's not being casual, not really. He's being like almost midway smarter than everyone else in the room, sort of
Oh,
thing.
definitely.
He really wants to have his cake and eat it too. The
You think
zoomer
so?
sling does not fit, especially with the
doesn't-
first part of the video
It
before.
doesn't help that his avatar looks like some smug ass. I don't know what to I don't know what to describe it as other than just fucking smug and irritating.
I should change my avatar.
Look at that face.
Yeah,
Look at that face.
I just don't
It's
like
like-
Age of Ultron. But anyways, I want to move it back a bit.
actually hold them back as a character. Oh my god, what was that? But their morality can actually hold them back as a character if not handled correctly, or even worse, if their sympathetic nature is half-baked.
Oh, Thanos is half baked. Oh,
okay, that's a
Oh.
take.
yeah, it's like he's not half baked. In fact, Infinity War.
No, he isn't. If
It's like it's actually actually I think Thanos is the protagonist in that film.
Yeah,
like
Thanos,
yeah,
Thanos is another example of the hero of his own story. He thinks he is doing the right thing.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's from his perspective, like he saw what happened to his whole world, and he's like, I don't want that to happen to the rest of the
To
rest
the
of
universe.
like the universe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he took a macrocosm and put it into the other direction. Like I can't remember
Yeah.
for some reason, but like but
Microcosm.
yeah,
Yeah.
into the micro way.
No, he-
Take on it.
He took a small scale example of something and applied it to the larger whole when that wasn't applicable.
Yes.
Yes.
But the thing is though, he told him it's like we need to call this colony, and it's like we need to
Yes.
do something, and it's like and they didn't listen to him, and then it got it was devastating. You know, it's like
Yes.
man, and so he took that personal issue, and then like he believes it so much that like he's like the world is finite, and he talks about how things are finite, and Gamora's like, you don't know that, and he's like, I'm the only one who does. It's like,
Yeah.
oof.
I
It's
do
really
have
cool.
to wonder if Thanos, when
Mhm.
Thanos snapped his fingers the first time, if he got included in the half that got wiped out, do you think he would be upset?
No. In fact, he says
No.
In fact, he says like, if I'm in it, like it's fine with me. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm cool with it.
Or at least he's consistent with his batshit insane.
Yeah, that's the
beliefs.
thing, and that's what. In fact, when he dies in the when he sees himself die in the end game, he's like, I'm okay with that.
And that is destiny fulfilled.
Yeah, he's like, I don't mind that. Like,
You know what would have been a really cool thing for Endgame? Not to get on a full thing. I really
No.
wish we could have had it where, like, if Thanos didn't die in that movie, like the Infinity War Thanos, but like he used like the Reality Stone to like fake his death because he knew that because like the implication could be like a closed time loop. Like he knew that he was gonna die because he knew that the Avengers were gonna travel back in time in Endgame. That would have been kind of neat. It's like.
I would have said like he would have had a different view on life. He's like, you know what? After seeing what happened, I don't exactly have the same view, but I still have like, I want to do something else to help people. It's like, huh? That'd be interesting. But we can have interesting stories. Nah.
Yeah.
Anyways, is this
Yeah.
Castlevania? It doesn't look like it, but
Is it?
Yeah.
it looks too
Actually-
old.
Is it?
It looks too old to be
Like-
Castlevania.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
actually
no,
gonna
that's not
head out now.
Castlevania. I don't know
Okay.
what that is.
Yeah, it's getting a bit
yeah.
late on my end.
Yeah, it's 10:40 over here, so it's like so.
Yeah.
I will say like thank you for coming and tell them what you last did.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Look at
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So,
One
I'm-
Piece. Sorry, go.
that. One Piece.
My bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Byakuya.
So, like, yeah, I'm Byakuya. I'm a mod on Roaring Den Discord server. You may
Me
know him
too.
as, Trent
Hi,
Fox.
you're now a mod on mine.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
And I'm plugging this. We recently, Trent and I actually did a live stream discussing Shadow of the Conqueror by Shad M. Brooks, as you may know him as Shadiversity's book. Spoiler alert: it's not very
Boo.
good, but we
Dumb
go into
Mormon.
depth as to like what
Understatement.
as to what of why that book is awful and
Sorry.
and everything. So if you want, you can check that. You can check his channel and
Mm.
everything. Hear me there, and then. In general, I usually hang around Trend's server. I'm writing a book right now, almost 65k words in. So, yeah, if you guys want to join Trend's server, see me there. I'll be there most of the time. Take
Yeah.
care, everyone.
Make sure to come to mine first. They got it.
Also, come to Falco server. It actually is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you,
Awesome
Falco,
guy.
for inviting me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the night.
Yeah.
Take care.
Is he gone?
Yeah.
Loser. Anyways, let's go ahead and go on. I'm just kidding, by the way.
In some cases, making us sympathize with a character can actually be detrimental to the story. Imagine how different Dragon Ball would be if we gave Frieza a reason to eradicate the Saiyans and kill innocent Namekians. Sure, you can make an argument on how that would be good, but that is an almost impossible task, seeing that his pure evil tyrant character is what made him, and subsequently Dragon Ball as a whole, popular.
Made it popular. I'm surprised he used that word.
I thought what made it popular was the fun fights and the
Well,
animation.
I would say that the reason why Frieza's so popular is because like he is one of the most like useful villains in the series. You can say he's probably the most complex one. But yeah, it's like making him sympathetic. Like, dude, that's hard. That would be hard. You'd be hard pressed to do that. But it could be done. Yeah, I
He got
kind
his
of
lunch
agree.
money stolen from him every day when he was a kid.
Yeah, he's like. I mean, the reason why he put up the Saiyans in the first place in the original Bardock movie, which I still think is more canon than the recent Super stuff, is that like they could grow more powerful, and they're quite rebellious already, and it's like, nah, we need to get rid of them before they become a big threat. And he turned out to be correct. Like, so it's like, yeah, he committed multiple genocides.
For an even more extreme example, let's take villains that belong to an archetype known as kaijus, the big monsters with only
Oh,
destruction as their motive.
Oh god, please don't.
That's not okay. Why would you use that footage of Godzilla being a good guy, defeating the evil kaiju.
Because he's saying that that's worse than if Godzilla's just
Like,
an act of nature, essentially,
well, that
or a very obvious analogy for nuclear warfare.
I understand, but like the clip is like, but Godzilla's a good guy. He loves kids. It's like, okay, sure, he has a son. It is a good dad, and he's like, that was when the era of like they tried to make Godzilla for kids, and it's neat, but like it's not the serious like really dark Godzilla movies.
I mean, that would be why he used the clip, because he thinks that making him sympathetic made Godzilla worse. At least that's the only intelligible reason to use it.
Those are probably some of the best battles though, when he's a good guy, so it's kind of interesting. But anyways,
most of the time. Imagine if before they absolutely decimate a village in Japan, we get a flashback on how they were abandoned as a kid, or we get a monologue on how this is actually good for the world. Yeah, no, Chief. Try as you might, you're not.
Oh, you mean like the legendary Godzilla movies?
King of the Monsters, yeah.
Yeah, you mean like King of the Monsters?
Them destroying the world is good for you.
Like Planet of the Apes, the entire movie.
What? Which?
Well,
planet?
they're not kaijus, but
which Planet of the Apes, Normie?
Are you talking? Are you talking about the ones where they spread the virus everywhere and they like bad toward apes? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not shown as being a good thing for humanity.
No, but it's shown as being sympathetic, right?
What are you?
A bit.
Like towards it's sympathetic. It's not good though, but it's absolutely a sympathetic backstory.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. It's just that
I guess
it's just kind of confusing.
No, his point was that you shouldn't make characters like Frieza sympathetic, but like Planet of the Apes are not kaijus, but they are. I guess they don't really serve the same purpose as kaijus either.
The apes are also not a force of nature. It's effectively another civilization.
All I have to say
that's true.
To
that was a terrible example.
Don't worry about it.
All I have to say to this guy is this: he's sitting here going like, "Oh yeah, you wouldn't make Frieza sympathetic. You wouldn't make a kaiju sympathetic, would you?" And
yeah,
I'm
would.
I'm sitting here going like, okay. Yeah, you wouldn't make Frieza sympathetic. That's because he's written not to be sympathetic. You wouldn't make a kaiju sympathetic because they're not usually written to be sympathetic. You're saying this as if
it's a matter of fact.
The concept itself is dumb when you can apply this concept to basically any character you or somebody else writes.
Yes, you can. But like if you want to use examples, like give the counter example. Like it's there as much as he like Shadow the Conqueror is a dumb freaking book or whatever. It's like but you could make a evil person sympathetic as he tries to roll over his kingdom. Like
look, you wouldn't make Homer a one-dimensional jerk ass.
Yeah. It's sort of
Homer, he gets flanderized to that. That's a joke that they do.
Oh
do
yeah.
that.
Oh,
I get it.
He does realize that pure evil characters can be stupid too, right? Like,
yeah.
I hate this concept that it's just like, yeah, sympathetic villains is too dumb. We need more pure evil villains. It's like those can suck too. Imagine having a grounded story. Imagine having a grounded story, and then you fucking have your villain be a Bond villain or something like that. Where they're like, I will destroy the entire world because money. It's like, that's stupid too.
Yeah.
It's like,
we saw Moonraker, for goodness sake.
Yeah, Moonraker. Oh my god.
Moonraker.
Oh my goodness.
It's so fucking stupid. It's just like, how about we just let them be sympathetic if they want to, and we can let them be evil if they want to. It all depends on the writing itself and the tone in which they are applied with.
It's like a lot of tone shifting happens in JoJo's, and it really works for that tone. Like, I mean, it really works for that sort of writing that they're going for, where everything is at extremes. So it's like, yeah, it works. Um, Dragon Ball has a consistent tone, except when it comes to the later half. So it's like, wow, we're actually taking this kind of seriously because there's actual threats on the horizon. Like, yeah,
Please put my house down. Again, some stories can revolve around this and can make it work, but that would have an entirely different feel. I want to feel the hopelessness, the terror, the cosmic horror.
Well, then that's what you want.
Cosmic horror. Okay.
And also, this can
cosmic
come
horror.
from characters who aren't pure evil. Cthulhu isn't pure evil.
No,
Cthulhu just
It
is.
just, yeah, exactly. It just is. Yep, exactly.
It's like if you want that feel, then go watch movies with that feel.
It's
But we need more of them, Froggo.
I like the idea of like I'm seeing too much of something. I want to see something that's opposite. And it's
See, like,
If you are- if
I
you are
fully
real-
endorse that, not because, oh, you have to watch that as a palate cleanser, just because that should exist.
If you are really going like, we need more of this, I think you need to see more movies, man. Because there are
Mhm.
tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of movies that can give you what you
Shows.
want.
video
Also, like,
games, movies, like
You don't even need, like, a villain to do this. Like, what about a movie about, like, firebombings, like historical firebombings? You don't need you don't need, like, an actual villain there.
what about warfare?
Especially depending on who it's, like, from the perspective of. Yeah, warfare.
Where there's they're not evil. They're just the people opposed to you, and you defend yourself. It's the like the idea of warfare where they spy on the supposed terrorist. Turns out they are. Find them, and they're stuck in that house. It's like no one's really like the reason why we call the other side the bad guys is because we are following the United States military. Like it's and we know that for sure, but like we hope they make it through, and we hope like all these things happen to like that's the way it should, but life isn't really that kind sometimes. It's like but man, it's a good movie.
I want to feel these things that a hurricane does. And it's like fair, but like that's fair, but also pointing to kaiju simply because they like it doesn't really fit in with the rest of the video where he's arguing pure
Pure
evil
evil?
villains as
Mhm.
foils to then go on to kaijus without any real transition.
But don't you see, Normie? Kaijus are a foil to humanity as a whole.
Hurricanes can be
Well,
like have them create like
yeah, that's what disaster movies are.
have
Na-
humans think that
nature
they're
itself. Yeah.
have
You know,
humans think that they've grown beyond it and then learn they're wrong.
Mhm.
You know, I really think that I really think that the Cloverfield monster oozes aura. You know,
Aura. So that's what the
fucking Cloverfield
Oh,
monster.
so that's what those little creatures are. It's aura.
It's all of his ooze, it's just dripping down.
Obviously kaijus can be pretty damn cool and like an effective way to do that, but this should be like its own section. It's really weird treating this as an extension of the previous arguments when it's not.
I can see that. Yeah. And also, he's showing this image of the video of like, oh man, look how terrible they are. King Kong pushing a branch into his mouth. It's like, okay, thanks for the funny bit, I guess.
Bring. I don't want to sympathize with Godzilla. I want to see him wrecking everything in his path and terrorizing people like he did in the -1 movie. Don't.
Well, the thing is, though, yeah, it's kind of funny he says that he wants to see all that. I'm like, so, why are those things compelling? It's not Godzilla himself that's compelling. It's what Godzilla brings out in people that makes it compelling. the sort of like the characters that are going around it, and the sort of like nuclear disaster allegory that he is, and and yeah, that's you're not bringing that up though. It's just an allegory for disaster.
So what do we have to say about Shin Godzilla then? Because
That's
you,
another
you
disaster. Like again, he's
well,
an,
what
yeah,
I, what I'm trying
yeah.
what I'm
Go
trying to
ahead.
say is that Shin Godzilla, the reason he is the way he is because he's literally in constant pain all the time.
Yeah, he's quite
Like
not sympathetic, but
it-
like empathetic, right? Or where it's like
No, it is I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it is sympathetic, where you can
Okay.
feel sorry for him.
Yeah, sympathetic
yeah,
would be
yeah.
a much better word
But it
there.
doesn't
Yeah,
mean we shouldn't
because-
kill it.
Well, yeah, but basically his life is like complete and utter pain all the fucking time, and he's just trying to find ways to cope with that.
By releasing lasers of ultimate destruction around him.
Yeah, basically.
Ivan Ooze.
Water down an amazing force of evil with a sprinkling of
Oh no. Is Godzilla evil?
No.
No. Not
In
really.
some versions, I would say yes, but
Yes.
not normally.
Yeah,
He's
Kaiju
more,
is just such a weird
he's-
fucking thing. Too.
he's-
Sorry, go ahead.
He's
he's
talking
more
about
akin-
minus
he-
one. Godzilla.
Oh, in -1?
No.
No,
Nope. It's,
no. I haven't even seen -1, and I know that much.
He's a
It's just
it's an antagonistic force that's meant to represent something else. That's it.
yeah, like
What a fucking
most
crap.
kaijus aren't like actual characters, so it's just really weird to have them in this video, especially when going on so much about how the nuance comes from them being foils. What the fuck is Godzilla a foil for?
I just want to
Also-
click on the eraser tool and erase that.
Yeah.
fucking stupid eyes.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no.
I
I was talking
I
about
hate
this
the
right here.
eyes.
You see this? This is the one pixel that he forgot to erase.
See what?
It's on his
Oh
left
yeah,
elbow.
I see
Oh
it.
my
yeah,
God,
I
I
see
There
it.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh God,
This-
you imbecile!
you know what? That adds character.
What
It
is
add- it
stupid?
adds-
What is the point of the arms? I don't understand the point of the arms or
It's
the
so he-
leg.
It's so he can make funny gestures.
I don't mind
Just
that
keep
myself.
the face.
But anyways,
I don't like any of it. I don't like how the face looks like. Again, I know he probably just used like the clone tool to like smudge out the face or whatever, but it looks like it has the texture of a sweet potato.
it
have
looks
have
like
you ever cut
a roll.
Have you ever cut
Yeah.
open a sweet potato
Yes.
and looked at the inside?
To me, it looks like a honey bun surface.
Oh God!
I just want to be done with this fucking video.
Well,
It looks like a
good
tater
in his
tot.
heart. As my last piece of argument, I want to present to you now probably my favorite example of
No.
a pure evil villain. Though there are
I don't
more
wanna-
to talk about.
I don't want to hear you
they
fucking
would
talk about the
probably-
Lich.
I am really hoping that he somehow manages to tie all he was talking about with kaijus into this, because all he said, like, his only point about kaijus that is relevant to the rest is that kaijus are imposing. And it's like, true, but where is everything else you were talking about? Who the fuck is Godzilla a foil for in the first Godzilla movie?
humans. Woo.
I guess. It's
We
just,
make
guys,
good
it's so
videos in the
weird.
future. I
The
just
wee bit of
couldn't let
nuance,
this one
that's-
example be left unmentioned. For to me, he is the pinnacle of evil.
I don't want to hear
epitome
you talk
of
about the fucking
destruction.
Lich. You European faggot.
Oh Jesus.
European?
Sorry, Falco. Sorry.
European is
It got-
translated. I know it slips.
I
out.
got a bit too heated. I'm sorry.
I've had people on who said that before. It's fine.
But
No one will care.
I don't want to hear him talk about the Lich and just completely get everything wrong.
Well, he got everything. Actually, he got most things right about the peacock. So
I guess, but
Mhm.
still, I don't want to hear his voice talk
It's
about
just-
the Lich.
well,
His name
if it
is
was
Sven,
so-
you
if it,
fucking
if it was
asshole.
if it was someone else, then maybe. But specifically, I'm getting to the point where I don't want to hear his voice anymore.
well,
I don't know. I don't know how to stress enough how stomached I am just by him going on
Are
so
you-
long about how
are you?
pure evil villains are made good by giving them nuance and by making them foils, and then immediately going, "Oh yeah, kaiju's by the way. You know, Godzilla."
So, are you tapping out? Or
What?
No,
Oh,
we've
okay.
only got 5 minutes left. I think I can put up with it. I'm just I don't want to hear him talk about the Lich because
well,
I'm worried he's going to say something stupid.
well, it's gonna happen.
Fall.
He
No.
who has many epithets, the last scholar of Golb, the Skull Man, the main antagonist of a little-known show called Adventure Time. The Lich is, by far, my favorite pure evil villain in cartoon, maybe in fiction. Why is that, you may wonder? Well, let me take you back to our childhood, watching Adventure Time, which up to
Oh
this
my god,
point was
shut the fuck
lighthearted.
up! Just get to the point!
He knows how to fucking ramble, doesn't he?
I mean, if you want to set up something, it's like, well, just make just make a video about the Lich, and then have it swept. I know what I kind of know what's going on.
They do
Yeah.
they do this all fucking time anytime they want to present the character in these stupid videos. It's just like this character is so evil, so oozing. It's like, shut up, just get to the point.
Yeah, Froggo, I agree with you wholeheartedly. They do this all the time. In fact, they do this so much that let me take you back to my childhood when I was
It's like-
really loud
it's
on YouTube.
it's kind of like Airplane when it's like a start from the beginning. Okay, first the dinosaurs came, and it was like,
First the dinosaur.
and then they got survived meter, and then they got turned into oil. It's like,
which are normal cartoony villains. Finn and Jake up to their brave, albeit childish, antics. With every adversity they come across, there is no sense of dread, because we know that by the end of the episode, the heroes will emerge victorious. It doesn't help that the villain they've encountered, though some are pure evil as well, are not really meant to be taken seriously. Even death was very lax with both of them. But on the 24th episode of the second season, something went awry.
Why are you
Finn, Jake,
preparing
and
this like
Princess
it's a fucking
Bubblegum were
creepypasta
meditating on
video?
the balcony.
Yeah,
oh,
what is with this? What
yeah,
with
it
this
is sort of
music?
that way. It's like, and then I counted it 12 seconds, and then Mario came at me with hyper realistic eyes.
What is with this music? I get that it helps set the
Atmosphere.
tone for the
Yeah.
creepiness that the Lich does have, but it is so goddamn loud.
As I was watching this kids cartoon, I saw it. The Lich. He was so menacing. He made me shit and cum at the same time.
Oh no.
And then I saw it. Link as a statue with
God,
his
this is
eyes
so fucking
gouged
stupid.
out.
Yeah, it's like Squidward
And
committed
then I saw it,
suicide.
Sonic flossing in the background. Sonic's doing Fortnite dances. Oh no.
Oh my God.
I thought you meant he was doing the floss,
Flossing his teeth.
and then flossing at the
No.
same time.
No, the dance.
I know, but no, he's doing both. He's like,
He's some
Oh, that's a real horror.
he somehow just has an extra pair of hands.
he's so fast he flosses at the same time. Anyways,
Of the Candy Castle, each having different visions. Finn with his power fantasy, Jake with, and Princess Bubblegum? She envisioned
Oh my
She
god, shut the
knew
fuck
there
up.
was something wrong.
Stop.
So she
Pausing,
took the two
stop
heroes up to the
talking.
heart of the tree, where imprisoned
We're just gonna keep this
in an
going.
amber shell was
No,
the
I'm talking
last
about him. He
scholar.
keeps doing like the pauses for dramatic effect.
I know. I'm just letting it go for now.
Barry
All
loved to
right.
play in the snow.
Attempting to break into the
Unfortunately,
mind
so did the
and went close to
meatworm.
it. He was once defeated by a hero named Billy and was sealed up in the resin. Only the gems given by Princess Bubblegum stand between him and his escape. Luckily for Finn, Jake, and the princess, they were wearing them. But unfortunately, there was a foreign snail unaccounted for,
That
succumbing to
The
the
snail's
dark
not
whispers
foreign.
of the Lich. It broke the dark being out. It was exactly at this moment when the Lich escaped and left a trail of death and decay did the show take a darker path. From the fun episodic cartoon to a more narratively complex one. It was in this episode that we for the first time feel the utter hopelessness of the situation. Jake falling to the green flames, Finn falling prey to the scholar's mind control. Even after seemingly defeating the Lich, he would come back in a different form in the following episode, possessing the princess. Time and time again, even after seemingly being defeated by the hands of Finn, he would claw his way back to the show.
no talking about
The
his
possession-
personality.
Yeah, it's
We have 3 minutes left. We have
No
2.5 minutes left.
No talking about the Lich's like personality or his wants, or
yeah, it's like,
you know,
why does he
his
do
desire-
what he does?
yeah,
Like,
why is he doing what he does? Which honestly,
that
I
would
don't
go
think is
against
ever
his narrative
addressed.
of pure evil, which is like they have no death, like or whatever.
Well, yeah, the Lich doesn't have a lot of depth, at least not until the fucking sequel series. But yeah, the Lich doesn't have a lot of depth, but he still has a personality. We still see like what he wants. He directly tells us he wants to wipe out all life in the world, like just all life in general.
So you're saying that he has a wee bit of nuance on top of having an origin of
Not-
no relevance, a simple motivation,
Well,
a
Riz.
I would I would
yeah,
argue-
who's his aura?
I would argue that his origin is relevant, and I don't want to get into Adventure Time lore, but it is hinted that the Lich's birth was part of the war that reshaped the world into what it is in the show.
Okay, you forget that origin of no relevance simply means that they're not redeemable, even if
Oh,
they have a sad
well,
backstory.
Except the Lich does get fucking redeemed.
Oh,
He gets turned into a giant baby and adopted by nice parents and grows into a hero.
well, that gets split into another personality, doesn't it? And then it continues.
I mean, kind of, yes,
Yeah.
but also not really.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, if he gets split into 2 different personalities, like, does that not show that there's at least a part of him that's redeemable? I haven't seen Adventure Time, so I don't know the actual plot.
well, I think it's more commentary for nature versus nurture at that point.
Yeah,
But
well,
then there is there is some degree to which he can be better, even if he can't be like fully redeemed.
Yeah, there are. Okay,
Mhm.
there's an episode where an alternate version of the Lich comes to the main timeline and encounters himself who's gotten turned into a baby, and he tries to corrupt that, and he tries to corrupt this good version, and the good version absolutely rejects him in the end.
Okay.
Well, I should also probably
You guys
say
continue.
that
I'm gonna go to the restroom again.
okay, to talk about your point, redacted, of like where the Lich came from. Do
Yeah,
you
the
remember?
Catalyst Comet.
I mean, I was also gonna wait. Was it from a Catalyst Comet?
Yes, it was from a Catalyst Comet. We see it in the episode that introduces Gunter and Evergreen, that takes place like a 1,000 years before even like the Mushroom War.
Oh, I thought it was the Lich was like incredibly ancient, so ancient that he existed
Well,
before time existed. Because you remember what he said, where it was like before there was anything, there was nothing, and before there was nothing, there were monsters.
you also have to remember, Froggo, reincarnation is a thing in Adventure Time. Finn in his past lives was a catalyst comet, he was a butterfly, he was a pile of pink goo, he was Shoko, and then later he was Finn.
This video is so fucking weird. It addresses
It is.
it addresses sad backstories and say if the sad backstory provides a motivation, it still qualifies as origin of no relevance insofar as it means it can't be redeemed. But if we see that the Lich clearly would grow up to be a good person with a better environment, then obviously how can that possibly fit under origin of no relevance? He doesn't address that.
He still hasn't told us why sympathy is done poorly these days. He's just like evil.
Also,
you make a very good point.
Also, spoilers. If anyone cares about the spin-off / sequel series to Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake, we see the Lich, because there's an episode where he goes to Wishmaster outside of time and space, wishes for the extinction of all life, and he gets it. And we see what happened to that version of the Lich. And he just ends up fucking depressed because extinguishing all life gave him no fulfillment.
Oh.
There's a lot of people who do see that as like a betrayal of his character.
A little bit.
I don't know where I stand on it, because on one hand the Lich is this incredibly ancient, powerful being, which you would think would be above concepts of caring about, boredom, depression, and feeling accomplishment. But at the same time, he's also not like that ancient. We see the comet that eventually becomes him, and it's back in like the dinosaur times. So he's ancient, but he's not like older than time itself.
I mean, I see it more as a betrayal of this guy's video.
This guy's videos are betrayal of my of me, because it's wasting my time.
Yeah. Anyways,
Billy, his reincarnation as Sweet Pea, the hand that possessed New Death, he, in all intents and purposes, was immortal. Later on, we get to learn that Lich was the literal incarnation of evil itself, the green catalyst comet, the polar
he does
opposite
talk about
of
it.
Finn. And in every universe where good exists, there's also the Lich. And the scary thing is, he prevailed in most of them. For his only purpose is to bring upon the end of all life, and he will literally go to the lengths, such as Ask, who is basically God in the Adventure Time world, to bring upon extinction. And in Fiona and Cake, in a universe where
he
they
even
ended
brings
up
it
in,
up.
we could see exactly how a world would look like if this desire of his was executed. How he has done all of this to please the being known as Golb. I could go on and on, gushing about how cool he is, but that would take me forever. The thing is, if we
you don't mention anything about the Lich's personality, you don't mention anything like he did it for Shen.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how Shen gets all this love and attention.
Yeah,
but I love this guy so much. He's just cool. He's cool, guys.
It's crazy how the Shen part was actually like
pretty good.
All right.
Constructive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Constructive.
The Shen part was actually good.
Mm-hmm.
Because it didn't have loud ass music blaring over it.
And then he immediately betrays what he was saying. He's saying, "Oh, give pure evil characters a wee bit of nuance." Besides, like classic Godzilla.
Well, you know what? Dinosaurs get turned into dinosaurs get turned into Godzilla. So that's good.
Gave the Lich a sympathetic background. I don't think we'll have the same show. Hell, I'm not convinced we would even have Adventure Time at all.
Okay. Why are you saying this as if they've done this to every fucking evil villainous character as you're saying that as if that's happened. That hasn't happened. That's happened to some characters, but not all of them.
I mean, I would just want him to bring up an example instead of just assuming we have
hmm
examples at ready.
Again with
I
the smug
understand
ass face.
Yeah, it is sort of like
I hate.
I'm
no,
right,
I-
aren't
yeah, exactly. I hate this very like specific pose that he has his avatar in because it's just the hand up, like, look, I'm right, aren't I? You know I'm right. You know I'm right because I'm pointing at the thing that proves I'm right.
So, Falco.
I think the easiest thing to do is just to screenshot this and click the white paint tool and just draw a crack in the middle of his entire being, and we would all be good.
You want to split
So-
him in half like a fucking egg?
I? Yes, Dormy.
Question. Was this a terrible recommendation or a very good one? Because I can't tell.
Normie,
Fuck you.
Both.
yeah, Normie, thank you for giving us such wonderful material to have a conversation about, but also fuck you.
Anyways,
Creators, as we can see here on the original pitch, we can clearly see that the Lich King is not funny. Time-
That was directions. They wanted him to be different from the other more
Intended by the
comical
creators
villains.
hold on, I want to
They
go back to
wanted
that.
him to be
The-
they wanted him to be intimidating and scary. They wanted him to actually be a menacing threat.
I'm
Well-
sorry, I'm just like, the through line so far, we go from, if Shen wasn't pure evil, he would have less quippy dialogue, to, you cannot make Frieza good, to, you should not make Kaijus good. He points to Godzilla in number 1. Decidedly not funny. And then we go from, if you don't make him pure evil, Shen will have less quips, to, the Lich King is not funny. Like, that makes a point, but he doesn't ground that. Like, he doesn't seem to even realize that he's gone through
There's-
all those different
you could do this.
stages of humor and
You
such.
could do this video. It's just that there are different types of pure evil. That's it.
It's like,
Like,
I also want to bring up the fact that I understand that what that image is supposed to be it's basically going like, all right, this is what we need to do for the character. We cannot make him a joke. But out of context, that's just a funny image. The Lich King is not funny.
it's almost like a the Lich King went to a comedy club and then a critic was there. It's like, the Lich King is not funny. It's like
I was thinking of something different. I was thinking of, you're laughing. He wants to extinguish all human life, and you're laughing.
Funny how?
he's a
well,
ha
like, how?
he's a ha ha funny, not a ho ho funny.
I
Funny like
don't
I'm
get
a
how
clown,
going
like
the
I
Lich King
amuse
is.
you?
Want to make you laugh?
I don't get how going the Lich King is not funny really proves his point here, because he was saying there were funny pure evil villains prior in Adventure Time, and also that it would make Shen a worse character to make him less funny via making him sympathetic, which I guess somehow means he can't quip as
Well,
much.
to
Like,
make
these contradict each
Mhm.
other.
it's sort of like you need to make stakes. And those other guys didn't feel like they had stakes to them. Like, yeah, but the thing is, though, they may be silly, but they still pose a threat. Like, they still hold advantage over the heroes in some shape or form because what they can do. Just because they quirk, or doesn't have that quirks that are funny, like, and you may not take them seriously as an audience member, doesn't mean the characters in the show don't take them seriously.
So, like, the point that should be being made isn't that the Lich King is not funny. It's that, it's rather that the show doesn't frame the Lich King as, like, the butt of a joke. Like, Shen is a funny character, but
Yeah.
it is never at like his expense. It's always that he is it's always like him delighting in his evil in a like
It's almost character based.
sadistic. Yeah, it's character based. It's he like with Shen being funny, it's him making a joke at the expense of his victims, not the show treating him as a butt of a joke. But he hasn't. But I still don't
He
get
hasn't
why
done a
that's.
comparison.
He hasn't done the comparison, and also, I still don't get why pure evil villains don't serve those types of jokes as much. Why can't a pure evil villain be the butt of the joke? Because he's saying he likes pure evil villains because they're imposing, but why must that be the purpose a pure evil villain serves? I don't see why that's the case. Like, I could absolutely see a pure evil villain just be made the butt of a joke in an episode of a cartoon, and it be done pretty damn well.
Oh yeah.
What about like this? What about the Simpsons movie?
How about like just Mr. Burns? He's not. He can be sympathetic at times, but it's mostly pure evil. Like he's
Yeah,
he's a stereotypical like evil businessman.
yeah, he does have moments of sympathy, and those are like parts of his character. But
few
he
and
does
far
very
between.
much serve.
Yeah,
He does. Yeah, few and far between. His role most often is simply being evil. You're right.
taking advantage over people because that's who he is.
And like him being right or the butt of the joke is done effectively across several episodes.
Many episodes.
Like, the one where he tries to run for
mayor, right?
For mayor, yes, and he convinces everybody that no, the three-eyed fish is simply just Darwinian evolution, and then is made to eat the three-eyed fish.
Yeah, that's a brilliant.
That's fucking funny. Yeah.
I mean, it's also really smart as commentary. It's like a political commentary. It's. But I was talking about like there's an episode where he blocks out the sun because he wants the nuclear power plant to be running 24/7.
I haven't gone that far yet. That's a really funny premise.
Oh yeah, it's great, and that had the first like two-parter sort of mystery. So,
like,
anyways,
he just hasn't made a case for why pure evil villains shouldn't be rendered the butt of a joke. And he also kind of contradicts himself where he says that oozing aura means you're menacing, but also
oozes aura.
Yeah. No, oozing aura means you're menacing, but also the prior villains in Adventure Time were treated as jokes and were not menacing, yet some were pure evil.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's true. They were pure evil, but they were cartoonish. It's like,
Guys,
wait a
they're
minute.
evil, but they don't ooze aura. They're not menaces.
Wait a minute.
Guys.
Yeah?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Burns is not funny.
Yes, he is.
No.
I get it. Mr. Burns isn't funny. It's like, I remember when he's like, he's being made fun of by the Rolling Stones, and he's like, have the Rolling Stones killed. But Mr. Burns, do as I say. Like,
yeah, I know. I just pure evil villains can't be imposing very well, but I'm just so unconvinced that they must be.
We'll take this Bruce Moose. I don't know if I said get in.
For the love of God, sir, there are 2 seats. I like to put my feet up.
He blacked out the sun and you're laughing.
Anyways, let's end this.
On the original pitch, we can clearly see that the Lich King is not funny. Adventure Time needed an overwhelming force of evil, not only for the plot but also for the development of its characters. After the Lich was introduced, Finn changed. He matured, grew into...
Could you at least connect the arm to your fucking socket? You lazy bum.
No.
We just gotta get to the end.
Shut up, Fargo.
Fair enough.
Shut up.
The hero
Can we
of
please
Blue,
just
as we know
end
him
it?
as. Slowly, he shed his childish ways because of the great evil he faced. This is another
It's not.
thing of
It
pure
wasn't
evil.
just because of. It wasn't just because of the Lich. He's when at the start of the show he's fucking 12. And as the show goes on, he grows up and matures. It is a coming of age story in the form of a cartoon. The Lich is not the only reason why he grows up.
Well, also it has to do with him being rejected by every woman he's tried to have a romance with. But
Except for Huntress Wizard.
Yes.
They finally got together. Thank fucking Glob.
So, yeah, it is sort of like, oh man, like, yeah, it is. Well, you have to remember in Adventure Time, it's just kind of like that, where it's like he's shaped by the relationships he could never have, because it's like, man, why do people hate me? Anyways,
Villain can do exceptionally well to force the hero into heroism. If it was another sympathetic villain, he would have turned out like Naruto, who always seemed to want to recruit his enemies into the good side.
that doesn't always happen, but okay.
You know, I love
you
the part-
could see the in between frame.
Yes, I know. I just love it.
You know, I love the part in Breaking Bad where Walter White convinced all the sympathetic villains to go and work with him on his adventures.
Give me your crack cocaine.
Man, I love when he put the talk mujitsu on Mike, and that was the conclusion of like Mike's storyline.
I hate that phrase, and if you say it again, I'll rip out your tongue.
Talk no jutsu is a it's definitely something like it's a big internet circle thing. It's like, yeah,
I've never heard that term before.
I've heard it before.
I've heard it too many times, and it's retarded.
When people talk about Steven Universe, that's usually what they talk about. Like, it's because, like, no, trust me, you could be redeemed. Like, no, not really. It's like...
And people have criticized him for doing just that. Not villains, mind you, because they were great, but it would have been nice to see a sprinkling of irredeemable bastards in there that receive one last Rasengan to the afterlife. All I'm saying is, make more villains like this, please. Simple, clean, evil. It may seem like a good idea to give every character nuance and relatability, but sometimes all a story needs is someone to finally shoot the dog.
You know,
not at all, and I will not at all talk about why the
what's
sympathetic
this guy's
stuff
name?
is bad.
Bornok.
Okay.
Bornok, yeah.
So, look, I'm just saying, if the Lich was sympathetic, it would have ended up like Naruto, or, you know, like Gollum in The Lord of the Rings, where he was talked down with the speech check in the talk mujitsu.
I want to slap his stupid face. I want to slap his stupid fucking
Avatar face, yeah, and
yeah.
All right.
I'm just so
That's
fucking
it.
stunned off by if he was sympathetic, he would have been turned good.
Sometimes videos go too long for their own good. I think if we just stopped that Shin, it would have been a lot better. Like, yeah, you made your point. You made your point.
I'm so stunned by that. I'm going to go to sleep tonight and remember, if a villain is sympathetic, that means they're going to turn good.
I'm gonna go to sleep tonight and see that smug ass face in my nightmares. Look at it.
It's like
look at it sitting there transparently.
I just love how like Normie tries to go to sleep, and it's like it's the brain meme. It's like, hey, are you asleep? No, I'm trying. It's like, and then it said like villains can't be sympathetic. It's like, whoa.
Oh no!
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna do.
So
screen. Okay, I can make.
I'm gonna do the outro real quick because it's been too long. Okay. So
okay.
I apologize.
How do I leave?
You just exit. You just press X.
No, on the watch together. I mean.
Oh no!
You just press X on the tab.
Oh,
exit your browser or whatever you want to do.
Okay, thank God.
Because I'm already not there. So.
I'm already halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there.
Dental plan. Lisa needs braces.
Nice.
So anyways, I am now done with my script for Character Writing 101, or I should say the intro to like trying to write a character, and it's very basic stuff. I know that it's kind of repetitive, but that's the point. Like it's the beginning of it, so that's why I call it 101. All right, we got it. Good. And Frago, you did the bride thing, right?
Yeah, thank you guys for the 128 views on my
Yay!
bride video. I was not expecting that in the slightest, but you know,
Go watch his Pepsi video. Funny and fun.
It's not even done yet. Where's part 2?
That's right.
part 2 will come after I release a new video.
It's
all right?
it's like Steel Ball Run. It will never come. Yeah, they said it might come out next month, and I'm like, you're fucking sort of stupid chunks. Like, anyways. I think that's it. Bye bye.
Yeah.